Hello and welcome to Birb's Nest, a podcast where we grab a drink, sit down, and talk just about anything. I am Noah, or Hexagon Cube, and the host. And today we have a guest, and he's one of my friends. His name is Astil. And
Hello there, people.
yeah, so Astil, would you give an introduction of yourself? Because I really kind of don't know what to describe you other than my friend.
Yeah, sure. So, my name is Astil. I am a Yo fan, of course. I'm a big Yo fan and a big Shuka fan. All right. And I'm into technology a lot. So, if you guys are wondering what technologies I'm into, of course, it's always about computers. Of course. And thank you.
Oh, okay. So, welcome to Birb's Nest. Before we get started, just like to get on with like two things. Number one is the very basic question of how are you? How have you been doing?
I've been doing pretty well, actually. So, there's not a lot of things to do in this state. So, really, I'm just like, just wandering around and just do whatever I'm doing, pretty much.
That's good. Glad to hear that. And the second thing I wanted to say is that just to let the audience know, we actually had this recorded last time, but my computer just crashed and the clip was gone. So it's not even the computer crash; it's just the whole what was that called? The chip inside crashed and the data couldn't be recovered at all. So our last podcast episode was just a lost episode basically. It's completely gone.
Pretty much, yeah.
We had like a 3 hour talk and stuff, and then after that I was like, I should just leave it later to edit it, and then when I come back it's just dead. I couldn't open it back on, and I was like, yeah, alright. And
But a question though,
yeah.
It's like, you're saying it's the chip that's like broken down, essentially, around that time?
I'm pretty sure it's something gotta do with the what do I call it? SSD. It's the SSD that died, right? So a little bit of a computer thing info here. I'm sure you knew it. Like, I'm sure you know what a SSD means, and I didn't know until it crashed on me. Then I realized, oh, that's an SSD, because the motherboard dies, the laptop can't open, right? Can't even switch on. But the thing is, my laptop was able to switch on. It's just it always goes to the BIOS screen where it shows that I couldn't start up on the SSD because it couldn't like sense that the SSD was there. And I was like, wow, because I sent it for repair that time and it came back with a new SSD. So turns out the SSD was very budget. So that's why it just died on me. Pretty much it.
Oh, no wonder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know any of this computer stuff until I had to really find for an SSD to buy, and now it's a new SSD. So I spent a lot of money on this SSD. So I just hope it doesn't fail on me again. So far it's doing pretty well, but who knows?
That's pretty good. So, just to get a recap here, so if you guys don't really understand much about technology, so basically there's this SSD damage as well as the motherboard damage. I've had a similar situation to my own old laptop as well, which it kind of also includes with overheating, because laptops are meant to also overheat since the graphics card inside are meant to be a bit more powerful. My old laptop runs with a GTX 1650 and with 8 gigs originally, but I upped it with 32 gigabytes of RAM. And let's just say it overheated so much that the CPU is basically dead. And the CPU originally was the i5 12K, but it doesn't look like a 12K generation at all. Like, I went to a repair shop and this guy, he actually told me that the Core i5 is like an old Core i5 or something. And I was like, huh, I thought it's like a new one though, But for Noah's case over here, so it would be the SSD. So if you guys are wondering why his BIOS won't pop up, that's why. mostly the base is always the SSD because it holds most of the information as well as the Windows installation, BIOS setup, and everything in the SSD. It's basically the main core of basically the whole computer because it processes the information along with the CPU and the motherboard. So that's just a recap, essentially. It's a little bit more longer, but that's just for all those people to understand if they are, if you guys are learning technology as well and are confused about it. So that's another way to explain it. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know whether like a lot of people would understand if you explain it in like very specific terms because you use a lot of the specific models. It's like you should have just like come up with a summary instead of like very simple. The reason why I didn't go into like the brands of SSD that I did is because I think that kind of nobody will understand it's just a SSD. So that's why I went into just the small details. I didn't went into like the big details because I'm just scared that nobody would understand that much at all, especially like me before that, because I didn't understand any of this at all at first.
Yeah.
Until I really had to go and fix my laptop, which the repair company should have done. You should have, but I'm spending my own money instead for this shit. So that's why. But yeah.
Just simply, the SSD is the basic main core of every laptops or even PCs because they process every information, including its own Windows, BIOS system and whatever. It's the simpler way to use it. It's the simpler way to say it. And if it crashes, it cannot boot. It's easier said than done. That's a simpler way to say it.
Yeah, and when you buy a new SSD, you have to definitely get a thumb drive that is able to download the Windows before, and you have to remember that you can't use that thumb drive for anything else other than the Windows. I learned that the hard way. So basically, my cousin lent me a few thumb drives that weren't really working for some reason, and then I was like, okay, how about I use my own thumb drive? And my own thumb drive have like stuff inside, right? And so I said, okay, how about I just use my thumb drive to reformat it for the Windows so that you can download the Windows into the SSD, right? After I reformatted it back to the normal thumb drive, my whole data inside was gone. Everything was gone. Yeah, so just a small lesson here. If you want to download Windows for your new SSD, use a clean slate thumb drive. Do not use a thumb drive that you have data in. I mean, for me, because the thumb drive, what was inside the thumb drive wasn't very important. So for me, I was okay with losing the data. I was just very surprised that I lost it. But it's just a lesson here. It's like, if you want to boot a Windows, don't ever use a thumb drive that you have data in, because you will definitely lose everything in there once you format it for the Windows. That's
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, when it comes to formatting, just be careful of what datas are in the drive first. It's best to double check. That's the recommended thing to do, and it always helps, really. Just double check. It's easier, right?
Yeah, it kind of does. It's just that I never thought that it would actually erase everything from my thumb drive, so I was like, nah, just use it, man.
I mean, look, formatting the disk literally erases every single data that's existing on the thumb drive, and then it cleans out, basically making a newer one, essentially. So, yeah, it's basically like an uninstall and then like a reinstall.
Yeah,
onto a newer version, essentially.
I learned that. I learned that the hard way, but it's okay. The file is not important, so I'm fine. I'm fine with losing it. I don't really care about that. So, alright, without further ado, let's move on to our general discussion. Well, because I mean, that was already a general discussion, right? But let's move on to our second topic then. Anime. So, Astil, have you been watching any anime recently or over the past few, like maybe months or weeks, something like that?
To be honest, like, around the time the podcast was like destroyed, I actually did watch a bit more anime. I did rewatch one of the animes, and it was such a really good anime though. Although there were some bits of fan service or whatever, but I feel like you might know this very well. It's a really recent, like a really recently rewatched anime. It's called a Chivalry of a Failed Knight.
I have no idea what that is, man.
Okay, so just to give you a bit of a recap, maybe if you have watched it before or not.
Yeah.
But this entails it entails basically a main character who does not have a powerful like magic ability, but his sword skills are very strong. Like kind of strong, but not like as strong as the other character who's actually a class A rank sword user. I mean not a sword user, magic user, magic knight, sorry. My bad. So basically it also entails his journey to reach the top ranks to be able to graduate from the knight school, essentially.
Oh.
There are some fan service though, just letting you know ahead of time.
Yeah.
Because you know, there were some very like there's some bits of lewd moments there. But I would recommend I would say I would recommend that anime if you're into like a bit of how should I say, harem, a bit of a journey kind of, and magic school essentially.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm sorry that the alarm just came off from my Windows security. I have no idea why, but it's okay, it's okay. Alright.
Oh, that's alright. That happens.
Yeah. So anyways, as I was just saying, I mean, I kind of don't know the anime, but you know, these days I don't really watch a lot of like fan servicey stuff because, you know, because I know like most animes who does that usually have like a lot of fans, like, you know, but how do I word this out? Anime that has fan service is always very into the fan service, if you get what I mean. It's like they I'll take like, you know, the one that we were speaking about the other time. Alia sometimes speaks in Russian. That straight up is a fan service anime, and they did not like hesitate to show you that it is a fan service anime. Straight up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They did not hesitate to do that. So it's like, you know, if it's a fan service anime, it will show you in your face, and that's these days I don't really look for that kind of stuff because I want to watch something more of like slice of life, and you know, not, you know, boobs and tits showing out at every second that I can see, because that's not really what I that's not what I really came to anime for. Although I mean, you know, it could be good if it's like not the main part of the anime, you know, not the main plot of it. So yeah, that's kind of it. But you know what, I might watch it, but I don't know, man. These days I'm not really free to watch anime and stuff, but you know, if I have
That's
the time,
okay.
I probably could. But yeah. And then there was this other time that you were talking about this anime, can a boy girl friendship survive?
Oh yeah, that anime too. Yeah, I've recently watched it while I was at my best friend's house, and let's just say, I personally enjoyed that show because, let's just say, that question is just so simple, but like, it kind of actually gives out a whole meaning to it, and it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy they actually animated that anime just from one question being between like a boy and a girl in high school. Can their friendship be be able to survive, or will they just move on from friendship to lovers instead, right? It's just so anticlimactic on that one. So
yeah,
you know?
I remember I found it out on MAL, and the rating was pretty low, but I mean, you know, it could be because it's just, I mean, I don't know, I haven't watched it at all, so you know, like
To
I
be
said.
honest, like to be honest, the low rating is just because I mean, it's kind of plain at first, but then again, I personally prefer like these kinds of like plain but also like a bit more interesting kind of anime where there's like a bit of romance, I would say, because like there's like progressions with character development. That's the thing that I personally would like to discover, especially because
Yeah.
like because the thing is it's kind of funny. I used to actually read novels back then, but I don't understand much about like the words in the novels and stuff like that, so I prefer like watching it in terms instead of like reading it, because I mean, I don't mind reading mangas but not novels, because novels I get really tired
Yeah,
easily,
they're just
more
like
than
they're
anybody.
just like storybooks, right? Basically, that's pretty much it. They're just like the novels.
Yeah, yeah.
I understand. Because I also don't own any of these books these days. You know, I don't
Yeah,
own any
same here.
manga either too, because I usually read the mangas online instead. So I
I
don't really own
see.
any physical book much at all, unless we're talking about Alia, where I got the light novel, the English version of the light novel from uh, Sumipe's signing that point of time. So basically, I had an anime convention. I went to an anime convention in 2023, and
Mm-hmm.
I I had the opportunity. I won the opportunity to meet Sumipe, basically, but winning. I just win. I just won the opportunity. I still have to pay for the ticket to go in. So, But anyways, doesn't really matter how much I paid for it. It's just I won the opportunity. I got into it, and I got to see Sumipe, which is like she's like one of my favorite voice actresses, one of my favorite seiyus. So it's a really nice thing to see, and
Yeah.
she's a really nice person, honestly. And of course, the signing, like the session also gave us like free stuff. One of it, which was the light novel, the whole volume 1 light novel for free in English, which is crazy, because I mean, of course, I paid like the money for it. So I mean, technically I paid for the book, but still, you know it's kind of nice. And of course, the book is priceless now, because it has the signatures of both the original author, which is San San San, and Sumipe's signature. So it's definitely a book that I will keep for ages, for sure, because that is a very treasured book. Although I haven't read at all, because it's like a prize item. I wouldn't touch it. So it's just sitting in my cupboard
Fair.
there. So it's just for me to show off that I got Sumipe's signature. Pretty much it. And yeah, that's more or less what about the Alea thing. That's why I really wanted to watch the anime, but it really got flagged by a lot of fan service. And I mean, it's not like it doesn't affect the story, as in like the main plot isn't really affected by the, like, I'm not, like, it's just because of the fan service. I'm not really gonna disregard the main plot, right? But I mean, it's not that great either. So it's not like it's not like the plot's amazing that I can just like look at the fan service and be like, okay, I can forgo that just for the story. I mean, the story's not even that amazing, but I mean, at least the story is better than what it is at the later parts of the story, which is the light novels. Because basically, I took a peek at the future light novels, and yeah, it wasn't that great. So I don't know whether they will adapt it to a second season, but I think it's best to just leave it as season 1. As much as I love Sumipe, she better not come back to earlier ever, because I think it's not her fault. It's probably what the authors at the front, the authors, like what he wrote at the back. It's probably not that great, honestly. So
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty much. So no wonder why it's priced. It's very, very valuable, because even with the signature from Sumipe, I feel like that will still be even more valuable than anything else.
Well, I mean, over the years, I did receive some more like signature stuff, So,
Mm-hmm.
every signature stuff is more or less like very valuable to me. Like, there's no one that is like one more valuable than the other. It's because that all the signatures that I got were the people that I want, So it's like
I see.
all of them are like equal standing, and they are all very valuable to me also. So it's just that because the Sumipe one also had my name on it, so it gives more of a value for myself, of course. I mean, of course, never would I sell it ever, but let's say someone really does it. Like I've seen my fair share of people like who sell the stuff that they autograph with their name in it. It's just kind of stupid, because I think, number one, who's gonna buy that at the price you're giving, and number two, who's gonna buy it with your name on it, because it's not their name. If the buyers want to buy it and they see your name on it, it's not their name. So it's like, why would I own this thing that is not my name on it? It feels very weird, right? So that's why all those people who got autographs and then they just sell it, I just kind of scummy for real. But I mean, who am I to judge, right? If they want to do whatever they want to do with their stuff, that's not my problem, kind of. But I feel just a bit scummy for that. It kind of is.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah. Alright, so I will talk about the anime that I've watched. Because not any recent ones, honestly. Actually, there is, but it's not too recent. But I guess you could consider it. It's this year, where of course I watched the Project Sekai movie, the colorful stage, the movie, A Miku Who Can't Sing. Well, that movie is really, really fantastic. Like, it's really good. Like going into the theaters,
I agree.
I had like low expectations for it, because I was like, a movie like this isn't like, what are they gonna say? What are they gonna like show me? Because I don't expect a story out of it, because it's every band in the game into the movie, and I'm like, there's not much to show, right? But I was taken aback by the things that they showed me. It's crazy, because they actually came out with a very, very good concept for the movie. Like the plot is amazing, and the songs are even more amazing. So yeah, like, wow, it just blows my mind that I got to watch Project Sekai, the movie, which is very, very good. I mean, for Project Sekai fans, I'm sure I've seen a lot of reviews for the movie. A lot of people say it was really good, and coming from fans themselves, which is, it shows that the fans really loved it, and that's what it matters, because the directors and the people who make the movie are making the movie for fans, and if the fans like it, means it's pretty successful already. And to my knowledge, it's still running in Japan, by the way. It's still showing it in Japan, so I mean, it never stops, I guess. It never stops.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
fun fact, I've also watched this anime. I've watched this anime movie along with my best friend as well in the movie theater. So yeah, just letting you know. I have the same comment as Noah's. Undoubtedly, such a really good anime movie, and I would recommend for those Project Sekai fans out there.
Yeah, and then
you guys would just be fangirling or fanboying over their Oshis, and just like, I would fanboy my Toya no matter what I do. Okay, so
yeah. But for those people who don't really know what Project Sekai is, I mean, you can still watch this movie, no doubt. You just have to go find out a bit of a background info for the band, which is not that hard, by the way. It's just like a YouTube search would be good enough, or a Google search. A Google search would be even good. Just get to know like who the characters are and what they look like, and you're done. You don't even need the background info. You don't even need like what they do in like let's say you don't need to know that More Jump has an agency. You don't need to know that Leonid gets a manager, and all that kind of stuff. You just need to know the basic of who is like Saki, who is Honami, who's Ichika, who's Shiho, and the rest of the Project Sekai people. And of course, you don't need to search up who's Miku, because I'm sure everybody knows who's Hatsune Miku. I mean, unless you've been living under a rock, that you don't know who the hell Hatsune Miku is, right? So that you probably don't even need to search that one. But the Project Sekai characters are the ones you need to search for. Just a simple background info, and you're done. You don't even need to go in depth of their backstories and shit, because it's not that important in the movie. They don't even concentrate on that, to be honest. But for those like who play the game, it's very nice to see all the very cameos kind of thing. You know, like you play the events in the game, and then you see in like a one scene of the movie, then you're like, oh yes, this event, I know this event. That's kind of pretty much it. But it's not really necessary to know the event info and the stories and stuff. You just need to know the characters, and yeah, that's pretty much for Project Sekai movie, honestly.
Yeah. And for those who are interested in Project Sekai, especially the music game, just go for it. Really, go for it. That game is still impressive till this day, okay? Such good cameos, backgrounds, you know, good cards even. Oh, such good design.
Horrible gacha. Horrible gacha.
Yeah, the gacha too as well.
Yeah, the rate to get a 4-star, right, is it's abomination, bro. It's a horrible shit, man. I hate the gacha so much, man. I really hate the gacha so much. I just can't.
Just like Genshin Impact's gacha. Just like Genshin Impact's gacha being like you know, like once you lose like what?
Bro, this doesn't even have like, losing, bro. At least that game has like a 50-50, and the game has like a weapon PT at the very least. This game doesn't have a PT until you reach 250, and that's about
that's like
a good $400-500 in the bank, by the way. And then the rate for getting a 4-star is up. It's crazy low. Like they put it right there, 3%. That shit is a lie. And when they tell me it's double, that shit is even more of a lie, because I haven't got a single 4-star in the past like Haruka event. I was rolling for Momo Jump's World Link, and I didn't get a single like Momo Jump 4-star, even though they said Momo Jump characters boosted, right? I got freaking 3 ants. Why? Where did that come from? Right? I wrote for like 100, so 10 pools, right? And I got 3 ants, 1 who's that? Yeah, see, I forgot his name. Akito. Bro, why am I getting VBS in a Momo Jump World Link gacha, bro? That shit ain't no way, man. You ain't no way. And then when I wrote for a rerun of a banner that I wanted to get Shizuku, I got Akito again. 2 of his stupid ass cards, bro. Ain't no way. You can't tell me that the gacha is horrible, man. Like, you can't tell me that the gacha is good. You know, you can't tell me with a straight face that it is freaking good. It's not. You really have to save it up for the character that you want, and then you better save up enough. You don't just think that you have 10 pools and you'll be like, oh, I'm gonna get the character. You're not. You save up for the PT that you're gonna get, like 250, right? Or is it 300? It's 200 pools, sorry. It's 200 pools with 10 extra gacha stickers. You need 200 pools. No matter what, right? If you get it early, you're lucky, but that happens in a rare ass situation. You're not gonna get the character because Project Sekai's gacha is so bad. It really is so bad. I have like a PTSD over that shit, man. I can't get over it, man. I have to spend for my Haruka cards. Do you know how bad that is? I don't want to spend anymore on this game at all, you know. So, you know,
to be honest,
this game keeps giving me all the guy cards that I don't want at all. Like Kaito, Toya, Akito, Tsukasa. Bro, I'm looking for at least a female character. Why are you giving me all the male characters? I don't give a shit about them one bit. I don't care if anyone wants to go at me. I don't care about the male characters. I do not simply give a fuck. So what if they give me the card that is the male? I just feel that my luck is pretty bad. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay, personally for me, I don't play the game too much because I know that the gacha, just like Genshin, Wuwa, and even Honkai, has the gambling kind of addiction thing. I don't want to be a part of it, first of all, because I actually used to do gamble. That is one fact about me that I don't want to share, but I still have to share because it is a dangerous thing to do. So, just letting you know, I play just because of the songs, okay? Even if I pull like an early pull, because here's the thing, here's the fun fact. So in one of the banners for Vivid Bat Squad, so I actually got an early luck. Basically, I got Toya from Vivid Bat Squad since he is my favorite character. So I basically got it. So at least I'm happy with that, rather than anything else. So yeah, just please don't gamble.
Man,
it is a painful advice to bear, but manage your money, please. You actually be able to actually buy more technology that way rather than just gamble. So
I mean, it depends on different people if they want to spend their money on some stuff, you know. Some people love to spend it on gacha. Some people love to spend it on other stuff. Like, this is a very subjective thing. But like, you know, you like to spend money on technology more than you like to spend on gacha. But then there's some other people who like to rather just spend on gacha. But obviously, I also don't really like. I spend lesser on gacha these days, so I mean, for me that's an improvement. But yeah, spending on gacha is something you kind of need to watch out for, because honestly, if the game just dies one day, there goes your money. Honestly, that really just goes your money. And you know, even if you spend on games that are like very surviving right now, you might not even get the things you want. That is the thing. So you know, gacha is just really gacha kind of thing. But I mean, of course, there's gacha in real life too. Like, you know, all those like the capsule toys, you know, all those like lalaboos and the kind of stuff, all the blind boxes stuff, you know. I do.
And then the casinos and everything. Those are also part of like kind of like gacha, but like in a higher level, essentially.
That is really called gambling already. That's not really called gacha anymore. That's just called gambling.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, gacha is gacha, different, you know. Like you wouldn't say
true.
Casino is a gacha. You probably wouldn't say that because it sounds very weird. You would say Casino is gambling. So in gacha terms, I would say, spend on whatever you want, but if it's on the game, you gotta you know, look it out a bit, because you gotta watch it out, because you know, like the game just might disappear one day. You know, that's just the harsh reality, that the game just might disappear one day, and you know, things might be gone. At least if you spend it on like real blind boxes, like your Labubu, even though you get the ugliest stuff ever possible in there, you still have it, you know. That money is still there because you at least own the stuff all the way. Unless you somehow misplace it and it's gone, then I mean, nobody can help you with that, right? But it's just you gotta you have the product at least, so you won't lose that much money. At least you have some monetary value right there, you know. That kind of it. The gacha is just different. Gacha in mobile games or any games in general is just temporarily happiness, I guess. And you know, once the game is gone, I guess it's gone. But I mean, at least I can justify it, because sometimes spending on the game also makes you feel closer to the game, which makes you like the game more than before. Which is, you know, I can get by that, you know. I can understand that too. So you know, it's up to each individual, whoever wants to spend on what, you know. I don't have a say in whatever anybody wants to spend on. So you know, go ahead and spend what you spend on, but just be careful of the expenses. That's pretty much it. You know, you gotta have enough for your daily necessities and stuff also. So you know.
And taxation too, don't forget.
Fair.
That's like, that thing will just be like a whole pain in our lives. So just be prepared for the worst, essentially. It's better that way.
Yeah.
To phrase it. Get spent on gacha, but just prepare for the worst. You don't want those money to be gone and just regret your decision in life.
Okay.
And just say, oh man, I decided this wrong and blah blah blah, and like I cannot do this anymore. I wanna you know, do that and stuff. Just don't. Think smart. Don't think hard, think smart. Just prepare for the worst. It's easier easier said than done, but it's always there. Okay?
Wow. Alright, I don't know about a life lesson there anyways. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about this.
Oh yes.
What do you want?
Oh yeah, just yeah, I do. So speaking of the gacha, I don't know if this is actually known to you, but it's on YouTube for a while, like for a long while now. But have you heard of the guy who spends like $600 on from emergency money to get C6 Farina?
Oh, you mean the call with the girlfriend?
Yeah.
I
That
mean,
one.
everybody has seen that at this point. I think that is a very common thing, I guess. Honestly, that's a very common.
It is a very common thing.
I hate to say it, but it's a common thing these days because, some people really love the characters that much that they decided to take someone else's money for that and just pull for it, which is, it's a very scummy move. Honestly, it's a very shitty move. But I mean, at these days, gacha gamblers these days are very crazy, I guess. I don't know what else to say. Like, they're just like very spontaneous in this kind of stuff. So,
Yeah,
it's just quite bad.
I would say I agree as well. But just know that it's still a bad idea. If you guys are trying to attempt this, please don't. Just please don't. I beg you all, just don't. Like, personally for me, like, I would actually get punished even more than that. Like, like even at this age, at this day and age, like, I would not do that. Like, if I have like my own wife to actually, talk about the money and stuff, I would never spend a dime on just some lousy gacha just because because like, if I don't like the game, why would I have to spend gacha on this just to get the actual character, right? If I like the character in the game and the whole game is like not to my liking, that's just my opinion overall. But just don't actually do that. Although it is controversial, just be mindful. It's easier said than done, but just please be mindful. That's pretty much it.
All right. So kind of get into the fast. I'm gonna go a bit faster here now. The second anime that I recently rewatched. I mean, we talked about this before. The one I recently rewatched was the Quintessential Quintuplets. I mean, this one you probably know what this is already. It's just Gotobun no Hanayome, right? And I really like the anime series. It's still like one of my top anime series of all time because I feel that the anime like has a bit of fan service here and there, but this is the true meaning of like a good anime with fan service. Like, this fan service is not right in your face, and this fan service is not all the time. It concentrates more on the friendship and the plots and the sisterhood. I mean, the sister bonds and stuff, and of course it has a bit of harem here and there. I mean, the whole thing is harem basically, but it's very more of wholesome slice of life than straight up harem, and it's a really good anime to watch. I think a lot of people liked it too. They're just like me. I really like Quintessential Quintuplets way too much, honestly, and I have a lot of merch of them, to say the least, and I have a whole cupboard for Quintessential Quintuplet figures. Basically, I have a Itsuki layer by itself, so that shows my favorite girl pretty much.
Yeah.
And then I remember your favorite girl was Yotsuba.
Yeah, Yotsuba, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess a lot of people have different tastes and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Yotsuba's not really surprising choice, anyways. I think Yotsuba's also a pretty good character. It's just that I like Itsuki and Nino more compared to Yotsuba. But it is what it is.
Yeah. True.
Alright, so that's kind of much the animes I've recently watched. Not really much, of course, but yeah, we can move on to the next topic, which is love life. Well, of course, when we talk about love life, we gotta talk about the very recent thing that just happened. In fact, it was just like 2 days ago.
Yeah, same here. I want to talk about it because I have a friend of mine who actually watched the live show. I didn't because I was really busy on my own accord because of like personal reasons and stuff like that. So I didn't get to watch it. But from what you guys would be telling us right now, well, it is a very sad time to even talk about this. I mean, I would literally cry on the spot too if I hear like.
Don't you watch the live stream or stuff? Like there is a live stream that you have to pay, right? But you can watch that, right?
I know I can watch it, but I was busy. Remember, I was busy for personal reasons because like I have things that I organize myself, especially with like life. Because my life as so fun fact, I am an international student. I'm actually in Canada actually. So my original home country would be somewhere around in Asia. So yeah, so basically my like organizing my life here is gonna be a bit more basically up to bar compared to like watching a live show. Watching a live show would be like the third of my bar, but I didn't consider that much because I was like exhausted from doing the first thing that came to my mind, which is organizing, planning stuff for especially on August because I'm actually very busy, like a lot more busier than usual. So that's just something to note.
Okay, because it was funny that because I just wanted to discuss the concert with you and whether you watched it and stuff, but you didn't watch it, so it's a bit hard to discuss the concert stuff, you know, because you know there's a lot of things like why, because you know on Twitter these days there's people who there's mixed opinions about the concert. By the way, just letting you know that if you haven't checked social media yet, there is mixed opinions. Some people loved it, some people like felt disappointed by it, and the fact that people say that the 2 day set list was exactly the same, and it's just like it's like song for song basically. So like there was no changes at all, like not a single change. And I think a lot of people just like some people just didn't really like that, and of course you know, people who don't have their favorite songs played in the concert, they were also mad because they're like, why is my song not played, you know, why is my favorite song not played, damn, you know. So like I kind of want to discuss this with you, but you haven't watched it, so I mean yeah.
But to be honest, these controversies are not really my thing to discuss about because I've actually checked the mixed opinions on Twitter and stuff. Not a lot of it, but I've seen a couple, and I kind of like realized it, and I was like, I mean, who really cares much, to be honest? I mean, it's a live show that's supposedly to be a memory for Aqours. It's Aqours Final Live, right? So it's supposed to be memorable. But then there's mixed opinions, and I'm like, bro, mixed opinions, like it ain't gonna help, buddy. Like it's definitely people's opinions, but for some of us, like if I actually watched a live show like around that time, I would have cried. I would have like gone to bed and just like put everything aside and just like pray that this won't affect my health just because Aqours Final Life is just too much painful to bear. Because yeah, not to mention my friend actually did cry while watching the live, and I felt so bad. Like I had to actually hug. I wanted to hug him so bad in real life, but I just cannot. You know, I felt bad. Seriously, I felt bad. Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah. I mean, about what you said about like the controversies and the opinions, I think that you know everybody is subjected to their own opinion, honestly. And I mean, you like Aqours and you like the live, okay? I mean, you know, that's kind of your opinion, like in the least offensive way possible. It's just like, you know, different people have like different opinions and stuff, because at the end of the day, people paid for the ticket, right? And of course people want to see some things there, you know. Everybody will have expectations for stuff, and it's just like, you know, if you're really disappointed by it, then you're disappointed by it, right? And some people just expect very high stuff and very high expectations, you know. And honestly, like, I mean, I've watched the concert, but I'm not like a very like big fan of Aqours. Like, I'm not a hater, it's just that I don't listen to Aqours music a lot at all. So it's like, you know, for me, I feel that it was decent. I think it was okay, you know. as a final send off for Aqours and all the 9 seiyus performing together, I think it's a pretty okay send off. But I feel that it could use a bit more work, honestly. But I mean, for me, I'm not really a Aqours person, so like I don't know what kind of work, like what kind of songs will make it the perfect one. But it just doesn't feel a bit right, I guess. But I mean, other than that, it's pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, like it's pretty decent. And
yeah,
I mean I get that people were disappointed and stuff. Like I mean, of course, the people who were disappointed just because their favorite songs didn't play, I mean, that's very minor, honestly. That is just that's just like a you thing, like when people don't have their favorite songs played, that's just a you thing. Like you can't be disappointed at the concert, like the concert, the people who organized the concert and Aqours, just because they didn't play your favorite song, right? But to say that the concert is like to some people the concert is very underwhelming, and I mean, I don't know whether I can relate to that, honestly, but I can say the opinion's kind of valid for them. Like their opinion's valid, I guess. It's just that I don't know whether I feel it's like underwhelming, because for me, I'm not an Aqours like concert watcher, or I'm not like an Aqours song connoisseur, so I don't know what kind of songs would be good. I just felt that the live is pretty decent. Yeah, that's what I can say. The live is pretty decent, honestly. So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, see, so I would have discussed this with you about like how do you feel about some songs and some style of stuff, but I mean, if you have the time, you should probably watch it, I guess, because you're an Aqours fan, right?
Yeah, I am.
You gotta watch it, honestly, because come on, that's like the final time you're gonna like. I mean, you're already not gonna see them 9 together anymore at this point of time. But
I know.
At the very least, you can at least watch the live stream. Make some time for the live stream at the very least, because honestly, I think at least as an Aqours fan, you should watch that at least once. And I don't know when you're gonna watch it, but at least watch it once, at least.
Yeah, I just hope like someone can actually give me like a link to the live stream or something, or even like a video of it or something. So
you have to buy it. You have to buy it. Unless someone's willing to stream it again for you. Unless that happens, or else you gotta buy it before they cut off the streaming period. Once they cut off the streaming period, you can't watch it anymore. So I'm just letting you know that. I think the cutoff was like next month. Early next month, so you better take note of that.
Oh wait, next month?
Yes, next
month.
They won't put the archive up for long, bro. This is how it's always like that for Japanese concerts. They give you a bit of time to buy the archive so that you can watch it, but you can't even save the archive. It will be gone afterwards, because they obviously don't want you to be saving it, right? So
yeah,
it's a privacy kind of issue, so they will never, like, after the period ends, you won't be able to buy, you won't be able to watch. So I suggest you do it like now. The nearer the better, the sooner the better, because one day you're just gonna forget it and then be like, oh shit, I didn't watch it, and then it's gonna be a regret. Trust, it's gonna be a regret for an Aqours fan at the very least. It's gonna be a regret.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Alright, anyway, Love Life, besides the concert, there's a new franchise, Bluebird. What do you think of Bluebird?
Bluebird, at first, it was kind of underwhelming, actually, at first. But because, so, my best friend and I actually talked about this. He told me that he kind of agreed with me when it comes to being like underwhelming at first because of the art and stuff, but because the setting was actually on Twitter, right? So there has to be some thing going on with Twitter or whatever, or even like I will correct it. So it's basically the Japanese Twitter. So that's why, not the original Twitter. So I'm not too sure like what's going on in there and like what they're brewing up essentially, so I don't really know. But the art style, the characters and stuff. Okay, I will save the character names for later, but the art it's kind of underwhelming. It's not the best of the best, just like Aqours or even Muse back in the day. Or even Niji, essentially. Niji's art is like pretty good, I would say. But when it comes to this kind of art, it's like it's so underwhelming. Like it's just a bit more plain than usual, no? Like I don't know. But about the names of the characters though, from Love Life Bluebird, I was saying right now, it's just an abomination of names that I have never heard in my life. And funny enough, my girlfriend actually said that it's actually worse. The name's like worse than the last than the Niji or even the Aqours or even Leela or something. But that's basically her opinion. My opinion though, it's like it's not like new names are not that bad, but it's like it's a little like interestingly cool, but also a bit weird. You know, because like some of the names can be a bit more like it can attract some attention, but then some can be a bit more underwhelming than the others. So
I guess.
Yeah, so pretty much overall for Love Life Bluebird before its debut, I will say it's underwhelming at first, but just expect a lot of like backlashes at first because of the art style and the names. But once they debut, I just hope that they do well. That's the thing. Because my best friend told me that that I feel like that Aqours Final Live, like the VAs are like getting older and older, you know, and they cannot like perform as long really. And for Love Life Bluebird, they start out like as young as like what, around like 16 years old, I would say. As young as like 16 years old. That's what my best friend told me. And it's crazy to consider that, actually. He told me about it and I was like kind of shocked actually, because I thought Aqours like from like Muse and then to Aqours, I would say like it's kind of like around that time too. Like they're like 16, they're like around that time, around like they're closer to their graduation and stuff. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. So yeah, it kind of shocked me on that fact though, that my best friend told me about that. You know, after telling me about the Aqours Final Live too. So yeah, that's just all.
Okay. I would like to throw in a bit of a law here. I know there is this thing has been going around these days about the Bluebird one. So there was one of these Bluebird accounts that posted this Chun Sensei is a professor in our school or something, and then like the catchphrase was something about Chun, and then it's crazy because that is kind of like a reference to Kotori, but we don't even know whether that's Kotori. That's the problem. Like it kind of references to Kotori. Yeah, it does. Wait.
It kind of does though, no?
Yeah, it kind of does. But I mean, I'm not taking it verbatim. I saw the tweet, but I'm not really sure what it exactly said. But I remember it said that it was rumored that Kotori is now a teacher at the school. But this is just based off rumors, because the tweet state that the catchphrase was Chun or something, but they never specifically state that it was Kotori, and neither did they state that it was like Chun or something. But a lot of people were thinking that it's Kotori, and after I read the tweet I was like, yeah, it kind of can't be Kotori, not gonna lie, you know.
Or wait. So if you base that rumor, it kind of like based on like the Love Life series timeline, Kotori Muse started like where Muse started. Kotori was like second year of high school, before graduating pretty much, and then around second season to the movie, she's in third year, then graduating, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not too sure it would be Kotori in this one. I'm not too sure because the timeline goes from like what? Like from like the 2010s around there, and then it goes all the way to 2025 or something. So it's like around like 16 plus years. So like maybe Kotori would be a teacher. I'm not too sure, or it might be someone else. I'm not too sure, but closest guess would be Kotori in this one. So I kind of agree, maybe, based on the logic of how the Love Live series came around in terms of the timeline. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure really, but
yeah, I'm also
it
not
can't.
too sure. Nobody is sure. This is just, like I said, it's just a rumor. Nobody knows whether it's true or not. It's just whether, like, you know, it is, like, people might think it is and people might think it's not. So it really depends on people, and it really depends whether it is like true or not. But I'm trying to find the tweet now, and I don't know whether I could find it, but let's see. Yeah, I don't think it's this. Yeah, I mean, if I were to find the tweet, I probably would show you the tweet, but I don't think I can find the tweet anywhere anymore.
Same. That's okay though. Let's just continue.
Alright. Yeah, I'll be finding it while we are talking about it because it's very funny to see that kind of stuff. Okay, anyways, let's talk about the next thing here, games. Okay, so like we said just now, there was a Project Sekai game. I mean, we talked about it just now. The Project Sekai game. It was a bit here and there, you know. It's just like, it's not that great, but it's not that good at the same. I mean, it's good, but it's also not that great at the same time. Yeah, so you know, I feel that Project Sekai game is good itself. Like, I like the game, I like the rhythm aspect of it, and I like that the songs there were actually also pretty good, right? It's just that I didn't like the gacha things there, the gacha element of it, because the gacha rates is so bad, and that kind of ruined the game for me because I wanted the characters, but I keep getting the characters that I didn't want at all, like completely. So it was just like, man, you know, it's just horrible feeling. So
yeah,
I didn't play I'm not playing the game now, but I don't know, I might return in the future, but I have no idea. I kind of have no idea. The other games I play are Bang Dream. I like Bang Dream a lot, and you know, Bang Dream has been a franchise with me for so long because it has been a franchise that put me through my darkest time. So it's very hard for me to quit the game because just of the factor itself that it kind of helped me through my tough times, you know. So you know, I wouldn't really quit the game that easily. And yeah, that's pretty much the games. And after that, the other few games I played are right now I would say Mortal Kombat, the mobile version, and Ozolane. But I don't even touch Ozolane anymore these days because I'm too lazy to play it. So either one of these days I'll just delete the game probably. You know.
Wait, did I hear Azerlane? Is that?
Yeah, Ozolane. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. I had a bit of a rendering just now, so my apologies for.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
What games do you play though?
Personally for me, so I also play Project Sekai, similar to you. I also played the old SAF game from Love Live Squidle Festival, not the All Stars version, because I don't like the format of the game. Although the art is really cool, I just don't like the format of the All Stars. So I just stick to SAF instead because of how good my rhythm plays is. So remember like the last recording we talked about how you were so surprised about I just play on thumbs on Love Life SIF.
Yeah, that's actually still pretty surprising because like honestly that sounds like a torture. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like badass torture. But I mean, if you could do it, I mean, why not, right? It's not. I just don't like the way that SIF functions. It's a nice music rhythm game, but I just don't like the 9 buttons at the sides. I'd rather it be on a straight line, it would be so much easier for me. It's like either Project Sekai or Bang Dream, which Love Life has apparently heard my wishes, and it has a rhythm game on the Hasunora app itself. It has a rhythm, like it feels like the Bandori Project Sekai kind of rhythm games, which is very, very fantastic. I love it. I haven't played it at all because I'm sure it's just all Hasunora songs, honestly. So but if they add more songs and stuff, maybe I'll try it one day, you know, because I like that kind of things because it's easier for my thumbs, whereas SIF is just all around. And then of course, like, you don't like SIFAS, but I like SIFAS because SIFAS allows me to plan and organize and think about what idols I should put in my team. You know, it has that kind of strategy thing that I really like. It's really unique. That's the thing. It was unique back in the days. Very, very unique mechanic that, you know, you don't pass songs just because you have like the biggest, like the highest idol power, or just because, you know, you use all your favorite characters and you might win. That's not the case. You have to use like the specific idols that have this specific ability with a specific percentage and a second. So wow, renovation. Anyways, so it's like you have to really think on what to put in your team and what not to put in your team, and that's what I like about SIFAS. You know, because SIF, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't really matter what I put in the team. It will still get an S score as long as it's a UR maxed, a max UR, like a full leveled UR. But in SIFAS, it's a whole completely different case where some of the songs, in order for you to get an S rank, you need to play your cards right. You need to make sure to change strategies and stuff, and that was what I liked about the game until it became too difficult, where they introduced, like I think in late 2022 or 21, I don't know when, but they introduced this challenge difficulty where the only way you can get an S rank, right, is not only through your strategy, but the power of your idols. So basically you have to have every max limit break idol possible to even pass it, because the stamina is high and the damage is also very high. So if you're surviving on a low team, it's very bad. And especially at that point of time, I know that SIFAS luck is also pretty shit. Like the gacha there is also pretty bad, honestly. So like having a MLB character is like out of the question, because it's so hard unless you really spend a lot of money into it. And that's when I kind of lose interest for the game, because they focus more on getting money more than the player base itself. Because I don't remember anyone asking for harder challenges like that. Like harder challenges are harder challenges, but I don't remember anyone asking for max limit break challenges, because nobody has a collection full of MLBs, you know. So
yeah, true.
That's what I feel brought down the game. And SIF is just because it's always the same thing over and over again. It never changed up at all. So that's why I feel SIF brought. And then the fact that I always have this rant, and it's going to be in every podcast that I talk about when I talk about SIF or like games, in Love Life games in general, is that SIFAS closed down for SIF2. SIF2 is not only boring, it's the same shit as SIF1, and it closed down less than a year after it started. You know how embarrassing is that? You closed down a 3D MV game, a game you put in so much effort into, for a fucking copy-paste, Control-C, Control-V game that is boring as shit. It's the same goddamn mechanics, and the cards aren't even that interesting at all. And the worst part of it is it didn't even survive a year. You can't even tell me 1 year anniversary. That game has no 1 year anniversary. Bro, I'm always holding this grudge down to the last day that I live in this earth, They should never have closed SIFAS for SIF2 ever. You know?
Yeah, that's the thing. So I don't know if you I don't know if you know it though. Like the reason why it the transition is actually kind of sudden, because I had the same feeling as you pretty much around that time. Like when I opened SIF2, I was supposed to be like having like a good time, just like SIF, right? But guess what? It's pretty shit. Like legit pretty shit, to the point where I cannot play the game. Performance is too bad. Like dude, it's a rhythm game. Why? Like there's a lot more lag, and even to the point where I cannot be able to play the game on a freaking Samsung S10. It's pretty shit.
I mean,
it's pretty fair, shit, I'll tell you.
It kind of runs well on my iPhone 13, so I mean, I kind of don't know the lag that you've been saying, because when I got the game, it wasn't laggy at all. It wasn't any buggy. It was just boring as shit. It was just very boring. Like,
yeah, and boring. Yeah, I forgot to add that. It's boring. It's like SIF, but like the difficulty of like the speed notes and everything. It's kind of a good addition. But just add it to SIF originally. Don't add that to freaking SIF2, man. Like, bro.
But
this is bullshit, you know?
I just feel that SIF2. No, yeah, the speed settings were also in SIF1 if I remember correctly, because that's how you control your speed in.
The thing is that like the speed in the original SIF, it's 10, like maximum. And I play master mode with it.
And see, that's the problem, because the thing is, they copied paste everything. So it's like I'm just playing the same game that you destroyed like months ago. You know, that's what I feel. It's like you don't bring anything new into the game. So why the fuck do you make a sequel to it? What's the point? You could have just added the Layla songs into the SIF and it would have been fine, right? Why do you have to make a completely new game? I don't understand. And
same thing.
The new game's gacha is even worse. Like I love the animation. Don't get me wrong. The animation, the pulling animation, that shit is goated. I love it, and especially it tells me like what I'm getting. Like, you know, there is like 4 separate pulling animations. There is the Muse, the Aqours, the Nishigasaki, and the Layla pullings. Like they all had different animations, and that was pretty unique. That was the only good thing I'm gonna say about the game, is that it has unique pulling animations, and I love it. Especially like, you know which UR you're gonna get. Like let's say it comes out the Muse one, like the Honoka dancing in the thing or whatever, and then it turns into a stage. So that means, you know, you're gonna get a UR that's for Muse, and that's what I like about it, because at least you know you're getting something that you like. You know what at least you know what group you're getting at the very least for the UR, right? And I like that, and it's a very unique thing. But other than that, it's just the same old game. Like, you could have just revamped the game, honestly, and I wouldn't have mind. If you just called SIF, you just put SIF2 things into SIF and call it a rebrand. Like, I don't think that's gonna be your problem at all. Like, I don't know if you played this game before called Injustice in the mobile version. Have you heard of it?
I have never heard of it.
Oh my god. I don't know which other game has like a major overhaul for its UI and stuff. I guess Azur Lane, if you remember Azur Lane.
Azur Lane, yeah, I do know some part, but not a lot of it.
Ah, damn.
I don't play that game. I don't play that game either.
Okay.
Here's the reason why I don't play the game. It's pretty easy. On my mobile, I would like to play that game, but it's like I have a tendency to play outside of my house, and like even when I like boot up Azur Lane, I'll tell you, it's embarrassing. That's one word, embarrassing. It and then when someone like near me would look at my phone screen and then say and then he or she sees like abomination of like Azur Lane girls in there, and like I would be like, Oh no. Here we go again. I'm already so awkward when I go outside this afternoon just because I have to submit a resume. I already got so awkward just because of it. So, oh my god.
I guess so. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty. I don't know what other game has a major overhaul, but there's games that does this before, like the previous two games I mentioned. Those games did the overhaul very well, like very very well, and people seem to like it. So I don't understand why SIF didn't do that. SIF could have just kept SIFAS. I'm pretty sure that if they rolled out more for SIFAS, I'm pretty sure people will still spend money on it. At the very least, it will at least last up to like a year, like at least one more year. But no, they just decide to just destroy it like that, and you know, it's so sad to see like that. I really hate it, honestly. And
same goes with SIF. I miss my old times with SIF. Here's the funny part though, and this might shock you, but I have never spent a dime on that game. I've saved. I started since like I think it was like 2018. 2018. I've saved up all my progresses, the money and everything, even all the polls that I got. Like, I saved up everything to max out every ultra rares that I pull for free, essentially. Because they had like events where I get ultra rares for free, and I'm like, you know what? That's my biggest chance, and I go for it. And for the money in there, I don't remember how much money I had, but it was an insane amount. I'll tell you that. From what I remembered, it's like 100 million or something.
I mean the coins are very easy to get also, so I don't think it's like, you know, as much as as long as you don't spend it, I think it's pretty kind of like, you know, I don't know, man. But I can't remember how the game like functions in terms of the coins and stuff, but
use them to upgrade the characters.
No, as in like I don't know how much is good or how much is a lot. Honestly, like I think before I entered the game also I had that kind of money also, like the coins. So you know, it's not really like a because I think at the end of the game they did give you a lot more stuff. So you know, something like that. And
yeah, true. You could say.
And SIF is just really I don't know, man. The Love Live can't make games at all. The Love Live team somehow can't make games for some good reason. I think Hasunora is still surviving. Hasunora is still doing well so far, but I don't know how long it will last more. But they added the Iridium thing, which I hope it will last a bit longer, I guess. But I don't know, man. I really don't know. But
yeah. So not just only Love Live SIF, I've also played another rhythm game. This is a PC kind of rhythm game.
Oh, is it Osu?
It is Osu, yes. Yeah. Not a lot of people know it, but some would actually recognize it because like
a lot of people know Osu though. Because Osu these days has become like a very big thing. Because
wait, really?
Yeah, Osu, a lot of people know Osu now. If I'm not wrong, like because I know Osu from the start, I guess. So it's like,
well, dude, that game was like invented since like what? Since like like kind of like around the year I was born or something. But like dude, it's like such a really iconic game though. But the thing that makes it really more difficult than the mobile rhythm games is how should I say it? You need a graphics tablet. Well, depending on the levels you need it. For a 5-star to like a 6-star, I would say like borderline 7-star, I would say as well. A mouse is fine if you have a big mouse pad and you're more of a mouse player rather than a tablet player in terms of in Osu. But I'm more of a tablet player in Osu because I don't want to drag my mouse everywhere. That's one. And two, the first time I've actually played on a tablet, it was such a really fun experience. And it's still fun till today. I came back to Osu. I think it was like I haven't played for 3 years back then, and now I came back to play it. And let's just say I had some like what's it called, major overhaul issues on my end here, and it's because my skills have improved after I hit the gym, I guess. I don't know, because the thing is that it's kind of funny. I actually did one live stream back then that I would grind this game until I get 5 digits, right? 5-digit rankings, by the way. And I actually tried so hard that even off stream, I was like not even getting through a single song that I could be able to actually play to actually gain ranks, gain performance points. And it pisses me off to the point where like I have to go for like sudden death or something. I have to like FC this song or something. It pisses me off. I don't like competitivity in that kind. Because I learned the hard way that Osu, in terms of competitivity, like it requires a lot more skill sets and a lot of consistency, essentially, that I personally would not be able to actually obtain in terms of skill. And until now, like, I actually hit 5 digits. And it was because of a major overhaul with my whole body. Well, especially my arms, essentially, because they get tired more easily when I play Osu. So I'm kind of happy that I did. And it was a stressful journey, by the way. It was a stressful journey to 5 digits. It was stressful, I'll tell you. Because, how should I say it? I've started the grind since like 2021, 2022. So let's say 2021, let's say, to get 5 digits. And now I got to 5 digits, which is like 4 years of actually grinding and then taking breaks and everything. So yeah, it was such a big difference, to be honest. But yeah, so not only just Osu, I think I've told you about this racing game in our recording before. Yeah, it's Asphalt 9.
Yeah.
Asphalt Legends Unite. Because before it was branded as Asphalt 9 Legends, but now it's in Asphalt Legends Unite, essentially. And personally, I love that game so much. Okay? I love the game to the point where I actually spend money on battle passes. Only battle passes, nothing else. No multiplayer passes, no daily event passes, only battle passes, because I want to get a free car. I want to actually get a lot more materials in there, like credits, tokens, and everything. So yeah.
I see.
But yeah, bonus thing about Gameloft is that Asphalt 8 is now officially dead.
Oh wait, really?
Technically, I would say that now just because of how the game development is currently. So officially, I will say, technically, it's officially dead. Just like SIF, it's officially dead. Kind of, not really. It's still there, it's still around, but it's like, in my opinion, it's still dead. Like I remember the one time I played, it was such a really good experience. Like, I came back to it and it's just such a really good experience. But now I came back to the newer version of Asphalt 8 and then like, no. Like, just straight up no every single time. And I got so disappointed in that game. Like, that change was so sudden and I don't like it anymore. Too much competitivity. You have to actually know when your progress back then was supposed to be, because those are the only progresses that you can be able to actually save till the newer version, which as a beginner level, I cannot recommend playing that game. I cannot. And it's officially dead.
I mean,
so
it's not really officially dead. He is just dead, but it's not officially dead, because when you say officially
Yeah.
dead, I would assume that the game is shut down, like actually shut down. Like it's gonna have a shutdown and announced by Gameloft themselves, or the Asphalt 8 team themselves. So
well, technically, yeah, but the thing is that they might actually shut it down actually, because like there's not a lot of players anymore.
they just had an
There's not a lot.
update. They just had an update 5 days ago. What do you mean shut down?
Oh. Oh.
I know you hate that game,
Well-
but the game isn't shutting down anytime soon, brother.
Well, the more people who are beginners who hate that game, sooner or later they will. So don't worry.
Beginners won't hate the game. It's the old players that will hate the game. The beginners won't, because they don't know what it was like before that. So they just play the game. But
Well, technically, yeah.
it was
Technically,
people,
yeah.
It was people who started the game from scratch at the very beginning, and then what it happens like right now. Yeah, those are the people who would really hate the game, like me. I don't really like the game too now because it just got very cashy and grindy, and I really hated that. Honestly, it's not fun anymore to play the game compared to like last time when I was still eager to play the game. You know, and
Yeah.
I mean, like I said in my Lost episode, basically I said that Asphalt 9 isn't that great either, because the amount of time you need to farm to get a car is crazy. I do not approve of what the hell you're supposed to get from gacha in that game, or even trying to get a car, which is the worst thing. Not the worst thing, but it's like one of the worst gacha elements. I know you're a supporter of the game, but I'm not a supporter of the Asphalt franchise anymore at this point, because they're all just money grabbing greedy motherfuckers. Like in Asphalt 9, you need to get like a lot of cards to get the car. It's not just like, oh, you open a pack means you'll get the car. No, you won't. You get a part of the car. You get like 1 out of 65 of the car. And guess what? The pack has like 1 million cars in there. So if you don't get the let's say you need to farm for a Lamborghini Central, bro, and then the pack contains other stupid cars like Mazda RX-7, and then you get the Mazda instead of the fucking Lamborghini, bro. You're not even one step closer to the Lamborghini. You're 0 steps. You just moved nowhere. You're in the same spot. And what if you open so many of that packs and you didn't get a single Lamborghini? What happens, huh? And even if you get the Lamborghini card, they won't give you 65 of the cards straight away. They'll give you 1, at most 3. They give you 3. You know 65 divided by 3 is like about 22 or 21 plus. You need to open you need to be lucky 21 times to get 3 cards of this Lamborghini. And even if you upgraded the car, even if you unlock the car, you still need to upgrade the car.
Okay, but here's the thing though. I understand the gacha is pretty shit, but like, here's the thing.
It's not even the gacha problem. It is the problem that you need cards to unlock a car. If the pack just has the car itself, I don't mind. But you expect me as the player to go through the hoops and loops praying to Buddha for a freaking cut of a car? That is crazy, man. You know, people have spent, Asphalt 9 is only standing because there's so many people who spend money just to get the cards of a car. It's not even a car. It's a cards of a car. And that's what I don't understand. Why don't just give the car? It's not that hard, Right?
Okay, let me correct you in one of the parts here.
Okay.
The RX-7, it is a classic car, but Asphalt Legends Unite is supposed to have more concept cars, bro. Like, there's like an AMG 1 that's like a part of the new update that is currently still in Asphalt Legends Unite currently, and you're saying the RX-7.
I mean, I don't know whether the
hilarious.
I have no other. I mean, I'm not talking about the specifics of the car. I don't even know where the RX-7 stands. I thought the RX-7 the game was just a pretty shitty car, but I'm not too sure. Then let's take the shittiest car for example. I don't know what's the shittiest car in the game. Honestly, I cannot remember because I don't even play the game anymore. It's like a Dodge, I guess.
Yeah, what's it called? The SRT8.
The Dodge Dart. Is there the Dodge Dart in there?
Are you talking Asphalt 9 or Asphalt 8?
Yo, I need. Okay, let me go check out what is the worst Asphalt 9 car. What's the lowest cost car?
The lowest cost car is the Lancer Evolution.
Like
yeah.
the D class car, like the shittiest of the shittiest. Like the first car you get when you enter the game.
It is a Lancer. It is a Lancer. I literally said the Lancer Evolution.
Oh.
I legit said it's a Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution.
Yes, that's right. You know, so okay, let me correct myself then. Instead of the RX-7, we get the Lancer Evolution. So that Lancer Evolution card is also, let's say, in an event card pack, right? Where you can get a, let's say, Lamborghini Centenario. You could, right? You could, but you might get a Mitsubishi Lancer for all the fuck you know, right? So that's my gripe on it. You get you don't even have a chance to get guaranteed the car. At least if you give me a pack that says, okay, I only can get the Lamborghini Centenario car, rather how many cards are there in there? Like it can be 1, 3, 5, 10, 60, all of them. That's good, right? I mean, that is not good, but that's at least better than what the fuck the gacha is now in Asphalt 9. That is my opinion on it, because the fact that I am praying to God just to try to get a Centenario only for me to get a fucking Mitsubishi Lancer card, not a car.
Wait.
Card. You know how
This is so funny.
I find it
This is so
frustrating.
funny.
I don't know whether it's still like that, honestly, but when I played the game, I hated this so much to the core. And even if I want to unlock a free car, okay, I shouldn't be complaining about free stuff. But even if I want to unlock a free car, I have to go through hoops and loops for the freaking cards. Of course, I have to play campaign for it, right? Yeah, that's fair, right? If you go through the campaign, you'll get it anyways. But I just don't like the fact that you have to farm for that, like the cards.
To be honest, with you, like, how should I say it? Personally, from my experience, that has been like shitty on my side as well. But it's like, they're actually, well, technically, I would say, they're actually putting up like kind of like a something, like for example, because like the blueprints, it is very, 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 very painful to obtain, personally. But I mean, for me, it's just a habit. I just do that. So as long as there's luck, I should be fine. But in this case, though, they actually, one of the team devs actually did announce that they actually did a kind of like a quality update, saying that if you max out the blueprints, chances are you could be able to get the other kinds of blueprints, which it's kind of like a bit of a better kind of fix, because the thing is that if you don't have enough blueprints for the actual car, or even maxing it out, because that's the thing, for a certain car, that's like for a certain featured car, okay, specifically, that is already maxed out, I could get the other blueprints. The problem is the tokens. You don't want to spend the 1 packs. The 10 packs actually did give the guaranteed, and the tokens are just a nightmare. And it's still a nightmare till this day, I'll tell you. And I like, as soon as I go to the packs, I go, oh, it's just a 75. But then when I look at the 10, I'm like, huh, I'm dead. Like, I'm seriously dead inside. Like I'm still saving tokens right now. Like, I'm at 2k tokens. I don't want to spend. I do not want to spend. I just need to wait for an offer. Because recently, I actually saw an offer for 15 blueprints in total that costed 1,000 tokens. One, like it's like a relay essentially. So there's one which is 250 tokens, another one 350 tokens, and then the last one 500 tokens. Guess how much is that?
I have no idea, man. I don't play the game anymore, so I can't.
That's like 1,010 and 1,100 tokens. And then with the packs, I legit got so lucky that time. I got like 2 10 pulls, and I got exactly 15. Exactly 15. And I spent like 2,600 tokens. And it's exact 2,600 tokens.
Damn.
The only remaining tokens I have is 35 tokens. You see, the main thing that pisses me off sometimes is the tokens. Of course, events can give tokens, but like, I cannot... Bro, I have a bit of a addiction where like I want to spend it. But I cannot. Like, but the prices are... Because the prices are too high, and I'm like, you know what? Frick it. Like, I just cannot handle this anymore. I want to spend it until I ran out of freaking tokens. And I cannot do shit. So yeah, you understand that kind of pain very much eventually if you actually stick onto the game for long. But it's been like, what? So many times. Like, it's been 6 years. I've endured that pain for 6 years. I'll tell you that. I've been enduring that pain for 6 years.
I mean, the fact is that if I hated the way you need to collect cards just to get a car, what makes you think I won't hate the tokens at all? Because you need the cards, and to get the cards you need tokens, right? So what makes you think that if I don't hate the cards I won't hate the tokens, you know? That's pretty much it, right? It's just like...
That's pretty much it, but like, here's the thing. Sometimes Gameloft could be like pretty nice sometimes that just give off some freaking deals, man. Like some deals that are kind of good. Some are good, some are shit as F.
I think 90% of them are shit, man. There's no good deals from Gameloft, never. At least when I'm playing Asphalt 8, that shit never comes a good deal at all, which is why I never spend a single dime on the game. Because what the fuck are these deals, bro? I'm paying $148 for a fucking half-decent car, bro. What the fuck? Am I supposed to be paying that much for a half-decent car that's not gonna last me for a good few times, right? So what the fuck is the point? And let me kind of debate you on that. Developer who said that, oh, once you get a max of blueprints, you can get other blueprints. Okay, here's my fucking question. Okay, so what? So you need to max out the car first, right? You need to max out 3 stars at least for the shittiest car ever. And tell me, how many of those fucking cars are there? And you tell me, how many of these 3-star cars do I need to collect in order for me to start finally getting a freaking event car, right? So what the fuck is the point of that update? It's not making it any better. It's just making people want to spend more. It's just trying to tempt people, hey, look, this is the fishing hook. You want the bait, right? You want the bait, right? You want to spend more money on the car, right? What's the fuck of that fucking point What's the fucking point of the update if you're just gonna get the same 3-star cars all over again? They're just gonna find new ways to give you more 3-star cards. And I mean the shittier C-class car cards. And then what are you gonna do with that? Max them out? You're not even gonna use the car. So what's the fucking point of getting those cards again? Right? Let's say you max out every single C-class card. Do you know how long that would take? You won't even get the event car by the time. You will already be a fucking grandpa by that fucking time. The fuck? That's not even a good update. That's a shitty ass update trying to bait people into spending more money for Aqours Final. That's not how you know they're fucking desperate for money, because their games are about to fucking pass away, bro. Like, honestly, man, I have a big ass hatred for Aqours Final, and I know you're a good supporter, and you know, I don't judge when you're playing, but I just judge the game. I fucking hate the game. I hate the way it has a gacha feature like that. Like, even FGO's gacha is so much better. I'm getting a full character at the very fucking least. Bro, I'm getting a cut out of a car for this fucking game. What am I playing? Fucking casinos? Bro, it's like, what are they thinking? What are they thinking? You know, at least in Asphalt 8, I just farmed the credits. I spend the credits on the car and I get the car. I farm tokens, I spend tokens, and I get a fucking cut of a car that is a C-class car, like a Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. And what the fuck?
That's not even a C-class car at all. That's like a D-class.
Yeah, see, so if I get a D-class car, what am I gonna do with a D-class car? I can't even use that for a freaking event. Unless they tell me, okay, D-class only. But who's gonna use a D-class for a leaderboard? How about you tell me who uses a D-class car for a leaderboard? Be for real. See? So what's the fucking point of introducing that update If the fucking point is for me to get the event car and it does not help me in a single bit of getting the event car, at least increase the fucking rates, not increase the, oh, once you get a max car you get other blueprints. That doesn't fucking help me in one bit. I don't know, man. That's just a shitty ass Gameloft developer. Whoever's working at Gameloft, they should just go fire themselves. It's horrible. Fucking horrible ass game. It's a horrible ass, like, whoever came out with that developer note should go fire themselves, honestly. They should just go fire themselves. Not gonna lie. I hate them. Yeah, but that's the end of my Asphalt 9 rant. No, it's just a horrible game for me. I don't like the game, but you like the game. I mean, it's fine. You know, we all have different opinions. I just don't like the game.
To be honest, yeah, to be honest. I understand that feeling, to be honest. It's been there on me. It's been there, so don't really...
Yeah, and the fact that you suffer yourself 6 years of this it's absolutely crazy. I have no idea why would you do that continuously to yourself. There's other racing games out there. If you're not playing on mobile, there is Forza Horizon on console. You could have just been playing that.
Dude, my best friend plays freaking Forza Horizon 5, and personally for me, here's the thing. Oh my god, I'm gonna get freaking humiliated for sure, but I have driven on Forza Horizon 4 before, and oh my god, it's just so funny. Like, I personally would say this to myself, but I could be a bit of a shit driver in Forza.
I mean, fair
I'm
enough.
a shit driver. I'm a shit driver in Forza, and here's the thing: I cannot even like change gears to save my life sometimes. Like, when I change gears, like, oh my goodness, I cannot. Like, in a manual car, like in real life, I would be so scared to even damage the engine, because a manual transmission, like, if I skip gears, I would actually like detonate the car, and I'm scared of it already. Oh my god, man. That's the thing. I am afraid of that. That's why I still stick to freaking Asphalt 9, just because.
But Asphalt 9 it's just you not controlling the car. You're just turning it left and right. So technically, whether it up gears or down gears, like it down 5 gears at one go, you don't even know also. So you're basically exploding the car, just that you're not knowing it yourself. In Forza, at least you're downgrading the car. I mean, it's gonna explode still, but still, like, you know it's gonna explode in real life. It's just that you know that at least Forza Horizon, you get to see, like, if you down gear that fast, your car's gonna spiral out of control at a very fast rate. But in Asphalt, they don't even show you that. Asphalt is just a left and right turn. But to be fair, you can't really put that in a mobile game, right? You can't put Forza stinks in a mobile game, or else the mobile itself will just explode. Right?
Yeah,
that's what.
But the thing is that how should I say it? Asphalt has like a bit more, what was it called, like speed physics into it. Like, it's like, it's not that bad, but it's like, at least it's there for me to know. So
I mean, I know that you know, at least Forza is pretty realistic. That's what I feel. Because in Asphalt, you can bang a car and then the car gets knocked, like your opponent gets knocked out. But if I bang a car in Forza, I'm gonna get fucked. And not just them, I'm gonna get fucked too. So that's why I don't crash people's car anymore, compared to, like, you know, when I'm playing Asphalt. Because Asphalt gives you the adrenaline that when you go and bang other people's car, they will just die. And then you'll be the survivor. But if you bang other people's car in Forza Horizon, you're gonna fucking squirrel out of control, so as much as they do. So
yeah, you know, pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
It just,
that's why in real,
I'd rather you play Forza than. And the best part is that when I farm events in Forza Horizon, I get the credits. I can buy a car. It does not give me a card of a car. That's what the car game is supposed to be. Not giving me cards. What am I? I'm not playing a card game, bro. I'm not playing solitaire. I'm playing fucking Asphalt, bro. I'm playing a car game, right? So I'm supposed to get the car, not the cards of a car. Why am I getting cards? Bro, I'm not playing fucking Monopoly or a fucking board game. I'm playing a car game. That's what a car game is supposed to do. Give me the car when I have enough money to buy. Right? No, that's not what Asphalt 9 thought. Asphalt 9 decides to be a bitch and go, I want you to pay for the cards.
Oh my god.
Bro.
Alright.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Alright, calm down now, Birb.
I'm going on the longest tangent of Asphalt 9, man. It's however.
This is more longer. Okay, you guys, this is more longer than the previous episode when it comes to the ranting. I'll tell you right now, it's just like I cannot hold my laugh anymore. Like, just chill out, Birb, chill out. You can just chun somewhere else, okay?
Yeah, I don't know. I just hate Asphalt. Like Gameloft itself.
I know.
I mean, Gameloft is not a bad company. They're just too money greedy. Let's not talk about the Asphalt series. Let's say, for example, have you heard this game called Gods of War or Gods of Rome? I forgot about the game name. But
yeah, I've heard of Gods of War. I've heard of
Gods of War, right? That's a good game, right? But you know why it died? Because it keeps fucking... no, not Gods of War. Gods of Rome. It's a Gameloft game.
Oh, Gods of Rome!
It's a Gameloft game, right? Have you heard of it?
Oh, yeah. No, I have never heard of Gods of Rome. I've only heard of God of War.
Okay, you've played Marvel Contest of Champions before, right?
I'm sorry?
Marvel Contest of Champions. No,
I'm not too sure, assuming, but yeah. No, I don't.
Okay, so basically, the game is all about getting like the old gods, you know, like Zeus. I only remember Zeus, by the way. I don't remember what the other names are. But you get there's like Sun Wukong in it, and there's Atlas. So you get all these old characters, like history characters, in a game, and then you get to fight. You can tap the screen, swipe the screen for like a basic attack or a heavy attack. Then you get to use your powers for a bar. Like there's 3 bars of power. You get to use like 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar for a like, you know, for a special attack that deals more damage. Obviously, the more bars of power you use, the better attack it is. And it's such a fun game. But the reason why the game keeps dying, or not keeps dying, it died. But the reason why it died is because the game is so fucking greedy. Like, it keeps pushing your money out of the way. Like, I could enjoy the game without the money, but apparently they keep pushing the fucking money out of me, and it gets very stale. Because whatever you want, right, or whatever to make the game more interesting, you need to pay money for it. And that's what I don't like about it. It's because Gameloft is too greedy. It's like they keep needing the money for no apparent reason. Like, how do I say this? They keep offering you deals, but the thing is that in Gods of Rome, you don't really need to buy all these things. You can survive just fine without the money. But they just had to keep pushing it towards you. They had to be like, oh, you need to buy this, oh, you need to buy that. And of course, at one point of time, you will start facing a difficulty where you can't complete stuff without actually getting the actual things that you need. You know? Like, you need to have a certain power to defeat this thing. And that is what destroyed the game, because it keeps pushing the money on you. Like, without money, you will never be able to win the game at all. And that is just why the game died.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, what I'm trying to say here is Gameloft is a greedy piece of shit. No matter what way I see it, I will never support a Gameloft game, ever. Yeah, because they keep fucking it up for some reason. And the only thing they think about is money. So, I will never support a Gameloft game, ever. Like, even if it's on a console, I probably would never support it. And I don't think I would at all. Yeah, that's pretty much about the Gameloft games and stuff, you know. Long rants about Asphalt 9 and stuff, but, you know, that's all in the past, We're not gonna talk about that anymore. Alright. Is there any other games that you want to, you know, introduce that you played, or anything else?
Oh yeah, I also have like some recent games that I also do play. So there are 2 fighting games, traditional fighting games that I've actually played.
Okay.
I have played. Have you heard of Idol Showdown?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's the HoloLive one, right?
Wait, really? Yeah, HoloLive one. Yes.
Yeah, I've definitely heard of it before.
Have you tried it?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, I'm lazy.
It's actually a really fun game. They actually added a new character. It's actually Koyori. her combos.
Oh my bad.
Like
my bad.
it's okay. So I've played it myself. I've actually queued up with someone who's actually a really good player, and how should I say it? I got destroyed by Koyori. He literally plays Koyori and literally legit combos me. No specials, no extra ability at all, just straight up combos. And I actually had a lot of fun because like of how the fundamentals of the game really is, especially the characters like for example Botan. Botan's like ways of the way Botan's being used, although the moves are a bit slow, it's actually still effective somehow. Like I played it with my good old friend that I met since my middle school. I played it with him and it was really fun. Actually, he actually also knows that game too. So, but I main Karone in Idol Showdown. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I didn't play the game because I was lazy to download it, but I heard the game, so yeah, I kind of seen it before.
But this fighting game though, just letting you know, it is a bit more combo heavy, meaning that blocking is still there, but it's just that combo chains do still exist, and this combo chain can be a lot more like heavier because someone can actually still combo me like 30 times normally, but with specials it's like what, more than 100 times. It's like through the roof essentially, and it's crazy. So it's very combo heavy.
Okay.
So so as long as combo chains are still together, it should be good in terms of winning. But in terms of like blocking, however, it's more like if someone breaks the combo chain and there's no more moves, that's when you counter, or even taking a chance to actually counter from one of the combo chains. So yeah, it's combo heavy. So only recommended for those who are interested in comboing, but not for those who are only to chill, because this game is kind of combo heavy, and I would not prefer recommending that for those who are more chill on fighting games. So there's another one which it actually got on sale before, around cheaper, around like under $10, and it's, I think, have you heard of Under Night in Birb?
No.
Oh, so this is an anime traditional fighting game actually.
Okay.
Yep, it's actually really fun. I haven't played it much because I invested myself a bit more in Idol Showdown, but this fighting game, the characters are definitely special actually, because like there's a giant humongous man, and it's like it's just so crazy. And then like the movesets in the game is just so similar to Street Fighter 6. It's so similar. Well, except Drive Impact and Drive Parry, because those two are not a part of it. But the blocking, there's normal blocking, but there's also the other blocking that's like similar to Street Fighter 6, except there's no Drive Parry and Drive Impact. So that's one thing that I really like about that game. So there's not too much complications compared to Street Fighter 6, because Street Fighter 6 has like what, Drive Parry, Drive Impact, as I said, and it's like you don't know which moves to do. Like, come on, you know? So yeah. And of course, the final game that I do play, it is a shooter game, and it is an anime one. It's Strinova.
Okay, yeah, that one I know.
Yeah, I played it since beta. It was such a fun game until now. Like they have a bit more. How should I say it? It's like the competitivity is like a little too much, and they're adding like this controller support, and having their campaigns with mobile support. So that's one thing that I'm surprised about in terms of their development. But the one thing I'm just expecting is just the advertisements. It's just not like the way they advertise the game is just a bit weird, you know? It's just that, but the game is actually perfect. Because there's another game that's similar to this. It's actually more of a battle royale game. It's called Fake Trigger, the Novita. It's such a really good game. It's similar to PUBG, but it's such a really good game. The problem with it is that it's incompatibility. It's not running on my laptop whatsoever. You need like a 12 gigabyte VRAM or something, and it's just such a bad chance for me to actually be able to actually experience that. So yeah, Strinova is basically an alternative in this case, but just do note that there's a bit more competitivity in that sense. So yeah, pretty much. But yeah, those are all the games that I play, essentially.
Okay.
So yeah.
Alright, so with that, and with that we are done with the general discussion of the thing. Wow, it's actually kind of long already, but we still got one more section, which is the questions section. So
yep.
As the host, I would give you the choice of whether you want to go first, you want to ask me questions first, or I ask you questions first.
This time around, I'm gonna ask the questions first.
Sure, go ahead.
So there will be some questions that I might change, so just letting you know.
Yeah.
So the first question is pretty much the same. The very first anime. So what was your very first anime that you ever liked, and how has your anime style taste changed over the years, essentially?
The very first anime I liked was Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches. Yeah, I don't know whether anyone knows this, but Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches, the anime was pretty good, honestly, and it was like the first 94 chapters of the manga, and it was actually pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. And then of course my anime style hasn't changed because there was no style in the first place. Like, I feel that there was no style at the very least. Like, I watch what I want to watch, and I don't watch what I want to don't. Like, I don't watch what I don't want to watch. And you know, it really depends on what the premise is and who are the seiyus in this specific anime and stuff. And also like yeah, you know, it's not a specific style. It's just more of what I'm interested to watch and who the seiyus are in. That's pretty much the thing.
Yeah, so next question is, if you could spend a week living in the world of any anime, which would you pick, and what will be your decision to basically, you know, like what would be your purpose of the journey during that time?
Gee, for me, I think I'm gonna switch it up a bit, because you know, I've said a previous answer previous time, so I'm gonna switch it up a bit. If
yeah, sure.
spend a week living in any anime, I would say Fairy Tail.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
And what will be?
I mean,
okay,
just
so
join, I just guess join the Fairy Tail guild and do stuff, I guess, because not gonna lie, it looks kind of cool though. So that's why I would really kind of do that. But you know, yeah.
And what will be your purpose of, like, let's say if the story, if the fairy tale story is beginning, like, let's say you're this kind of person and like you're the main character of the story, what will be your purpose of the whole story that you would think, in your opinion, essentially? Like,
I guess just honoring the guild and completing the missions. That's pretty much it.
Okay, pretty specific,
Yeah.
but yeah, straightforward as well. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, okay, this one I will. The third question I will change it. So, in terms of every animes you've watched, which anime caught your interest the most?
Damn.
From all of the animes that you've watched.
Define catch my attention. Good way, bad way?
So, in a good way, essentially.
In a good way. Let me think about the animes that I watch. Okay, yeah, very easy answer. Love Life. Specifically, School Idol
much.
Project.
Okay.
Because it opened me to a new world of stuff, and usually when I watch a new media, as a writer, my thing is like that. I don't watch a lot of new animes because usually when I watch an anime and I really fall in love with it, I would want to write a fan fiction for it, and that's what I've been doing for the past few animes that I've watched. Basically, Yamada-kun, I have like 2. I watch Sekano, I have 4. Love Life, I have 2, and the rest I haven't started it because you know me, I'm just a procrastination writer. But honestly, like I don't want to start any new anime series because I'm scared that I will really love the series and actually start writing a fanfic for it. So and then it will never end. The list will never end. So that's why. And Love Life kind of caught my attention because of the music, the songs, and that kind of stuff. The School Idol Project, especially like Muse really caught my attention quite a lot. And because it was during the coronavirus period too, and honestly I was like, oh okay, I really thought that this was a really good anime, right? And honestly it led me to write 2 of the most peakest fanfics I've written in my whole life. Like it definitely was peak. Like honestly, like I can look back at it and say that I'm proud of the things that I've done for Love Life fanfic at least. So yeah.
See.
That's why I think Love Life is the one that made the most positive impact out of me, pretty much.
I see. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the 4th question is, of course you're gonna answer this right away.
Yeah.
So which Love Life group or generation do you most relate to? And why are the groups so dear to you?
Well, I mean, I think that I answered this in the previous question already, pretty much. But I mean, it's like Muse, because Muse is like a very important group to me. Basically, more or less, they kept me really entertained during the coronavirus. They pushed me through all the hard times and stuff. Like when the coronavirus, the studies got really hard. Watching like Love Life SIP every day just really make me feel like I'm looking forward to the day to watch it, because it's really interesting and good. Although I know a lot of people will be like, oh, you're just biased against SIP, like towards SIP. And to that I say, yeah, I am just that biased because I like Muse, and that's why you're biased against the, like, I'm sure most of the Aqours fans will tell me that, oh, I'm biased like towards Muse, and it's the same thing for them. They're biased towards Sunshine. They love Sunshine, even though I say Sunshine is a very boring anime from half of season 2 onwards, but they will say it's the best peak. Like me, I would say that Muse SIP season 2 is the best peak because I love Muse, and I would even say the whole SIP is peak. But yeah, I mean, Muse is...
To be honest, I would not argue, since of course there's gonna be, I just don't want controversies, okay?
Yeah, but
Muse... still, they're both legendary groups in our hearts, no matter what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right. So yeah, more or less Muse is the group. Yeah.
For me, it's Aqours. It's very easy. So
yeah.
Okay, so the next one. So I will change the question up a little bit, but it will be the same, kind of. I'm not too sure, but let's see here. So, what's your opinion about the changes of how Love Life's music, character design, and the narrative of the story changes like that? It's a little bit hard. So like, what's your opinion about the changes throughout the whole Love Life series in terms of the music, the design, the narratives, the art, and pretty much the whole story?
pretty much I don't feel any like opinions anymore, because the thing is that each group are meant to be different in different ways. So honestly, I feel that I'm not gonna really comment on their quality, because each group has their own vibe going, and even if it's not my vibe, it doesn't mean it's bad at all. So that's why I really don't have like an opinion in any of these things, honestly. The music is just the music, honestly. I would enjoy any music that I like, right? So it doesn't matter what taste they change, in each and every single group there is music that I like, except Hasunora, because I haven't really heard the Hasunora songs at all. But between the Muse, Aqours, Nijigasaki, Leila, in each of these groups I have at least one favorite song. So there's bound to be some songs that I won't like, but it's just a different vibe. So I can't really say I have an opinion on any of the changes here. The character designs is really also very subjective, honestly, because it's like each of them have their own designs, right? And I can't say that. For me, I personally don't want to say that like the designs got worse and worse, because in each group I also like a certain design, and I feel that the certain animation style also fits them, so I can't really complain about the stuff. So more or less I like the characters for being characters, not really the designs also matter, but not to the point of like the style, the specific style, that kind of thing. So yeah. And then for narrative, it's the narrative is okay, I guess. I think for each, there's no changes in narrative, because each series is different. So I wouldn't say change, I would more say like they have their own story plot, right? And in the terms, I guess I would rate actually SIP. Obviously I would rate SIP as fantastic. I would rate Aqours as like a bit boring as hell, like especially after the second season. Half of the second season, basically the second half of the season, except the Saint Snow parts. And of course the movie was also not that great for the Aqours one. The Nijigasaki one, it was pretty unique at first until it became like a combined group together. Then it just became boring. And then the Leila one was really interesting, because they started out at 5, right? But then from season 2 onwards they go at 9, which is like the normal basic love life formula, which I don't have a problem with that. I just feel that you destroyed its uniqueness, where they only have like 5 people in the group, which is can be kind of unique, honestly, if they stuck with that narrative. But
pretty much,
yeah, it's more or less something like that. I don't really have like an opinion towards it. It's just, yeah, it's something like that. It's more or less what I've said just now,
Yeah, essentially. So okay, so the sixth question. Okay, the next question, I will change up a bit here. So would you think that in your opinion, that making a Love Life series in the overseas is a good idea, or is it a bad idea?
Wait, let me. Oh my god!
Overseas.
So much drilling on top, bro. Holy shit.
What happened over there?
Anyways, I think it doesn't matter where it's set. It just matters how it's set. Like the premise needs to be good. It doesn't matter where. Yeah, it could be set in like Africa or God knows where, what country it is. It could be set in like the United States of America, or it could be set in like I don't know, anywhere. But it's just it really depends on the stories. Yeah, it really depends on the stories and stuff. It doesn't. I don't think the location matters. It matters more about the narrative that they're trying to push. So yeah, overseas, I don't think it makes a difference, honestly.
I see. Okay. Yeah, that's a very, very fair answer there. So the 7th question, I'm just gonna change the whole question and just say, let's see here. So, okay, so it's a bit difficult though. Okay, this might be a bit simple, but when you play games mostly, do you prefer playing on PC or do you prefer playing on mobile?
Mobile.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm a PC player, mostly. I only use phones whenever I can, and only using it for notifications, watching videos and stuff, but yeah. The 8th question, I'm also gonna change that too.
Alright.
So in terms of okay, so let's see. So okay, what's your honest opinion about iPhone 15?
Wow. I would say, but what's the difference in iPhone 15? No, I don't really look for the newest phones at all. I only use a phone when it's functionable. So
just function.
Yeah, it's just functionable. Like my iPhone 13 is a passed down from my parents, so but it's still functioning. So for me, if I'm able to use it, I'm able to use it. I don't really care about the iPhone 15. I don't know what's my thoughts on iPhone 15 because I don't know what the fuck the phone is anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, of course I know iPhone 15 exists. I know, but I don't use the phone. I don't know the phone, and I mean, it looks about the same as an iPhone 13. So yeah, for me, I don't really have an opinion except that I don't really need such a high-end phone unless I want to look cool. But I don't care about looking cool. I just want to have a phone that works. So yeah.
Okay, do you want to hear my honest opinion about it?
Sure.
It's the same as you, but I will add more. iPhone 15s are so fragile. More fragile. Like, here's the thing. The CEO of Apple, he said that there will be like a titanium plate on the back or something, right? And then there will be like colors, right? And then there will be like an extra megapixel to the camera, right? Compare that to a freaking S24 Ultra. No, like an S24 or even original S24. It's the same. My personal opinion here is that it's the same as an iPhone 13 or even the 14, but with a USB-C charging port. And here's the thing, you don't even want to know how many USB-C freaking cables are lying around when they're like devices like, for example, headphones that uses USB-C, controllers that uses USB-Cs, and like, oh my god, like such a pain for iPhone 15 that's like functional but so fragile. It's fragile as fuck. Not even joking. I just hope that iPhone 16 can do a bit better, but as long as functional, but not fragile.
I mean,
and
I feel that to be fair, if Tim Cook is still the CEO, then I mean, I wouldn't expect anything good anyways. I mean, I'm just buying a phone for functionality. I don't care about the good features that it has, like colorful ass bag. I don't really care about that. I just need a phone that actually just functions.
Oh, and did I ever mention that Apple sometimes, like, basically Apple, they charge their phones more just because it's just a damn phone. But for like Android, most popular being Samsung, it's a bit more cheaper. Like, my brain is just, I ain't braining this just because an iPhone is just more expensive just because of the cosmetics and shit and the functionality just like of a phone similar to a freaking Samsung. But you're paying extra just for its security, which is fine, but like more than $1,000 just for a phone that has extra layers of security, you could just buy a freaking Samsung or something and just practice being mindful of cybersecurity. I mean, some people won't, but I'll be a bit more brutal. I'll be a bit brutal here, but sometimes cybersecurity is something to be considered a lot. I've had so many presentations about it in school, and it's still recommended. Even if you're using like an iPhone, it's still a practice of making sure that you're secured, essentially. So that's one honest reaction there for an iPhone 15. So, yeah. So next question. Okay, so have you ever thought of like what's your thought about AI in general?
I feel that it can be harmful to like a lot of artists, honestly. AI can be really helpful and very harmful. Helpful as in because I use AI to help me do my notes sometimes. Like I don't know, like let's say I don't know this part of a thing that I'm studying. I could just ask AI and it'll probably give me a quite clear-cut answer, which is pretty good for my note-taking stuff, so I can understand something easier when the professor can't explain it at all. So of course I don't use AI all the time, because most of the times I could kind of understand what it's talking about. It's just sometimes, you know, it's just a confusing topic and I really need to use it. And AI has been really good to me for study-wise, but I feel that AI is also very harmful because, you know, you can use AI to create like art these days and some other stuff these days, like art, music, story, all these kind of things. And of course, when it does AI art, it's obviously harmful to the real artist who's actually using their time and effort to actually do real art, but it gets outshined by AI art. Literally just input a prompt into it and you get an art, which is a bit stupid. And you know, I also feel that, you know, AI can be very harmful and very bad, especially like for artists themselves, who really, I can see that artists always put in a lot of time and effort, and that's why I would rather pay an artist to do a commission for me rather than using AI to do something. Even though AI is like free, obviously I would still rather pay for real art than AI. And of course, AI makes music also. It could be good because sometimes I use it for fun. I just make some stupid music and I'm happy with it, but I don't post it online. I just make some stupid shit by myself and it sounds very funny. But AI to make real music though, it's not that great, honestly. I don't know if you know this guy. You probably know him, Kanye West. He started using more AI for his music, and yeah, he's just a washed up artist now, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you. A very
I agree.
washed up guy now. He's using a lot of AI stuff, and it's not great. And of course, for story wise, like making a story and stuff, at least AI is still shit in making up a story, so it's not that great. I'm better at making stories, so you know, not too bad for now. But I hope AI doesn't take over a writer's job even. Hopefully not.
Yeah, true.
Right. AI also made it really hard for me to see what is AI and what's not, because sometimes, you know, people do art and then it looks like AI, but it's not AI. It is made by the person themselves. And because I don't like seeing AI art and I know what their style is, and the style looks so similar to what the artist draw, I assume what the artist was doing was AI. And you know, it's really damaging to artists like these, because people would think that these arts are AI and they have no real talent, which is very sad to see, honestly. And some people who use AI to do art and never specify that they use AI are the ones getting the praise for it, which is absolutely crazy in my opinion. Because see, this is why that it's very hard to differentiate AI art and actual real art these days, because they almost look quite similar. Of course, you can tell me like, oh, AI has this distinctive art style, but AI is getting more and more into getting to know people better, and now they're getting to like start to imitate a bit more of the people's art. And then now what looks like actual art is AI, and what looks like AI is actual people's art. And I really hate that, especially when I'm looking through like art and I want to retweet some stuff and I found out that it was AI, then I'm like, fuck, man. You know, it really is like that. So I think AI can be used for good, but it can be used for bad too, and that's what I feel about AI.
Yeah, that's fair. The last question, I'm just gonna change it up actually. So, okay, so let's see here. So, okay, this is not related to like any technology or anything, but but I'm just gonna ask. It can be a bit of a short question, but
I mean,
okay, it can. I know, but like, I cannot think of anything other than just something that is a bit more. How should I say it? It's like a little bit more kind of political sense, if you understand what I mean here. Because I think you've heard, you know where I'm going with this.
No, I don't.
Really?
Yeah. Just ask the question. Yeah.
Okay. So, what's your honest opinion about the current situation of the U.S. government overall?
Oh my god. Can we not get into politics?
Yeah, I fear the same. I was about to ask if that is allowed. So that's the problem. Yeah,
I do not like to.
I would change it up.
Yeah, I do not like to get into politics because I know a lot of people have a lot of different opinions, and I'm not very knowledgeable on politics at all. So if I speak something that is wrong, I'm sure there's 1,000 pitchforks at my ass. So I rather not speak on it, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, I will not. Yeah, I understand. No, right away. Yeah, but all right. Let me change it up. So, okay. This might be a good question here, but what do you think your best, like your best clothing would be, in your opinion, that makes you more handsome?
The fuck?
In general.
What the fuck, man? That's a very unique question, okay? Wow.
Wait, really?
That is so specific, man. That is so specific.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but anyways, I don't care about my looks at all. I really don't. Normally
really?
I don't give a shit about my looks. So whatever gives me comfort is nice. I don't care about being like handsome and stuff. Unless I have a girlfriend and stuff, but I don't. So for me, I really don't care about my looks at all. Like, I just wear whatever fits. You know, whatever is comfy to me, I'll wear it. But of course, I won't wear until like pajamas out of the house. That's a bit stupid, right? But like, you know, it's just more or less like, I feel that what makes me comfortable and at the same time what makes me look presentable enough. So, you know, something
true.
like maybe just a plain t-shirt and a Bermudas. That's kind of pretty much it, I guess. Or maybe some long pants and plain shirt, I guess. Something like that. But you know, it's not a specific style. It's just more of something that makes me comfortable enough.
Interesting. I feel like most people would say the same. I personally would say anything could be comfortable with me as long as it's not tight. So basically, like, I have some specific opinions on like some specific clothing that I personally would wear whenever I go outside. Especially like a polo shirt and long pants. Well, it's not like how should I say it? It's like trousers essentially. So I just prefer like being more clean on the outside, and just like being a bit more fresh, if you know what I mean, rather than just like being in like in the house and just be like, you know, like meh, I'm just gonna like wear this or whatever, but I'm still not gonna wear those outside because it's, how should I say it? In my personal case here, I personally think that it's a little too, it's like ugly for me. I don't know why. But at the same time, I know it is comfortable, but it's like, it's not my preference when I go outside like that. Unless if I'm actually just going out and just like buy something really quickly and then just get back home, then yeah, I don't really mind just like running with those on. But yeah, so personally for me, if I want to go outside, I have to wear something nice rather than just like stick to my normal clothing, like a plain shirt and plain pants. I gotta dress nice sometimes, and I really like dressing nice because, you know, it gives a style where, like, you know, I just don't want to seek attention normally, but it actually helps me with my formality, if you understand what I mean.
Okay, kinda get it.
Yeah. So that's my personal opinion with fashion sense there. So.
Okay. So that's all your questions, is it?
Yep, that's pretty much all my questions.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you my questions now. Right. It's gonna be it's gonna be a bit different, but more or less it's gonna be the same. It's just gonna be like one two questions different, because I mean, okay. So I'm gonna switch it up a bit. The first question is, what made you like Yo Watanabe so much?
So in one of the episodes, episode 11, season 1 of Aqours. So basically, there's this specifically the whole story focuses on Yo, and since it's the first time I watched it, so I don't know really much about her. So once she showed her, you know, like her actual honest feelings to Rico, being like she felt so like a third wheel, right?
Yeah.
To Rico, but then Rico's like, no, you're not. You're still being you're still like how, it's just hard to explain, but the emotions that she's conveying is just so wholesome, so cute, but also at the same time, I just love it. You know, I just love it. But here's the thing: without Rico actually telling Yo the actual honest truth from Chica, from what told Rico, I think maybe that would be a different kind of perspective for Yo in terms of like knowing like what Chica really wants in general, because, you know, childhood friends, right? So personally for me, that scene actually got my heart dropped so much, and that's why I love Yo, because personally I don't want Yo to be like, you know, in pain, just be like just feel like that she can't you know, this much you know, this much like jealousy just over something that's like just friends in general, right? Sometimes friends can still have jealousy around, and it is common still. So
okay.
So and plus she's the energetic type, right?
Yeah.
That episode actually gives me a good perspective of understanding her emotions more, because, you know, it's a special episode essentially. So I will never forget that episode, seriously.
Okay.
Plus I ship like childhood friends Chica Yo at first, but then when that episode hits, it's basically that ship no matter what. But then when the new song, the Yo Rico song came out, I was like, Yoriko's actually still pretty good. So I basically ship Yoriko a bit more than Chikayo does, which is a bit weird. But which is a bit weird at first, but then I'm like, oh, it should be fine, you know, because there's not a lot of Yorikos, so why not? And besides, Yo's kind of like a prince, so like, yeah, I don't know. But really, Yoriko's still good, okay? So.
Alright. Okay. Let's go to the second question.
Yep.
I think you've probably watched the other Love Life series, and except Aqours, because I know what your favorite is in Aqours. So what are your other favorite characters in the other Love Life series? Like, yeah.
So other characters, so from Muse is definitely Kotori. Aqours is definitely Yo. Niji, it's a bit hard at first, but I settle it down with Setsuna, but at the same time, I also settle it down with
With who?
I'm sorry?
You said Setsuna and who?
And Shizuku.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically, it's a bit weird that I like two of the characters in the series. Trust me. Reason why
your mic keeps cutting off for some good reason.
Oh, my bad. My mic is sometimes like that. It's because I'm not close to it, so my bad. So as I was saying, basically Setsuna, I really like her just because of her fiery passion, right? But then for Shizuku, it's because of her calm demeanor and her ways of expressing her feelings under the rain, essentially. It gives me a vibe that the feelings were basically apart under the rain, essentially. So it gives me that vibe a lot. So I really like those two characters. Leela, it's Kuku.
Okay. And then the rest you haven't watched it, right?
Hasu, no. Hasu is definitely a no-no for me, so...
Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the third question. Do you have any seiyus that are from the franchise that you follow? And then which ones and why?
So, I follow Shuka, of course. And... I think I did... I'm not too sure if I remember this, but I did follow Emmy. The Hanukkah's VA.
Yeah, I know.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are the only two that I followed. Shuka, I do have a reason, and it's because, of course, it's Yo's VA, and, you know, Shuka has some really cool songs that she made for her from her YouTube channel, and it's like such a banger that I just cannot stop listening to that song. So, such a good song, by the way.
What about Emitsun?
Emitsun, not particularly any reasons, but it's kind of funny because it just popped up randomly, you know? So I just followed just because, you know, it's Hanukkah, right? So, pretty much.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, next question is, I know you are a fan of cars, so what brand would you support the most, and which car do you want to own the most?
So, the brand I would support is Chevrolet, I would say. Chevrolet, but like, not like the Camaro ones, normal Chevrolet, but like the Corvette ones. Those ones are very, very, very special. And the car I want to own is definitely the Grand Sport, the C7 convertible Grand Sport. Such a really good car, and I would like to own a Stingray, which is a C8 mid-engine car. It's actually a really cool car, by the way. Because Grand Sport has that blue kind of blue theme, but then the Corvette Stingray has that red theme, which is actually really nice. In color, but in terms of performance, I feel like that Stingray can perform a bit better in terms of speed compared to the Grand Sport. But those two are still two of my wanted, like most wanted cars I wanted to own. So yeah.
Okay. All right. That's cool. The next question: do you own any merch? And if so, what is the most expensive or priced thing that you own? And other one is, what is the one purchase that you regret and why?
So personally for me, I don't own a lot of merch, but I only own a Yo keychain. Keychain Yo Nesoberry.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the most expensive thing that it's like, I would say it's pretty cheap in my home country's currency, because if it is converted to Canadian dollars, so yeah, it's pretty cheap. The purchase that I regret though is definitely the more expensive kind of microphone that I had in my home setup essentially. It's a very expensive microphone, and it also comes with a sound card of its own, I think. And that combo deal is actually pretty good, but it's still expensive as hell. Like, bruh. Like, I remembered, it was kind of crazy. Somehow I remembered it. I remembered my mother was looking at me in the face, and I was like kind of like dead staring at her. And then my mother just like started speaking to me, and she said, "Delivery man's here. What are you buying?" And then when she gave me the money, and then I went to get it, and then I came back, and she's like, "What in the abomination did you buy?" Like, I cannot explain it too much on that part, to be honest. It was such a regretful time, but also a kind of like a good purchase, but so regretful because of how my mother just like stares deadly into my eyes and just seeing me just like it's like I for money or something. And I felt so bad that I want to return her back the money that I did borrow from her or something, so I'm still working on that.
Well, I mean, if you purchase a lot more stuff, your mother would be used to it, and then she wouldn't be able to say anything. That's what happened to me, so yeah, because
but it
well, okay, sorry, you go first.
No, you go first. I just don't have anything to say.
No, I was just saying that I used to order a lot of things from Japan, so it requires shipping, and it comes in cardboard boxes. So my mom would always ask me, what the hell am I buying, or why am I spending money on all of these? But it keeps coming at a constant rate, so my mom at the end, she got like numb to it, and she was like, okay, you got a new package, it's in your room. And I was like, okay. Yeah. Yeah, my mom.
Well, not okay. Not all parents are numb to this though. My mother is numb, but then my dad's like asking me and like kind of like interrogating me as if I'm like in an interrogation room with a police officer. My dad is more of a cheapskate kind of guy, and then my mother is like, I don't mind if I buy this. Although it is expensive, I will still buy it. Like, it's just such a big difference between my family members, honestly.
That's kind of fair. All right.
Yeah.
Go to our next question. What is your current favorite song and album? And do you have any music recommendations? Can be anything, a song, an album, or anything.
So for the album, of course, so I am a huge Charlie Puth fan. So the album that I listen to the most is definitely the... Last time I said it was the Charlie album, right? But actually, I actually changed my mind a bit here, since I did listen to more of the album called The Nine Tracks Mind. The Nine Tracks Mind.
Nah, that one I know.
That one is such a really good classic, okay?
Yeah.
Attention is a part of it, and it's such a really, 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 really banger song.
Attention
no
is not
matter
on
what.
it. Attention is on voice notes.
Oh, right, I forgot. It's on... Wait, no, not 9 Tracks Mine. It's on voice notes. I forgot. I forgot about that. Yeah, so album is definitely the voice notes. I forgot. Sorry.
Oh,
I got confused.
But 9 Track Mine is so good though. I like 9 Track.
It's still good. It's still good, but it doesn't always top the voice notes. It doesn't always top the voice notes. 9 Track Minds, One Call Away is definitely my favorite song. But voice notes is definitely a bit better because of the banger song. I've always listened to it like every day nonstop. Like more than some of the songs from the Charlie album. I only listen to it, it's just because of the emotions.
So
yeah. Because I mean Charlie, the way he composes his songs, he conveys emotions, right? But Attention, it does, but the beat, it actually kind of like covers that, and it's still such a banger song. So yeah, so the album is definitely voice notes. I would also add 9 Tracks Mine into it as well, since both of them are such really good albums. So 2 of them. And then my favorite song is Attention.
Okay.
Yep.
I would say from voice notes, I would say my favorite track would be it's between Attention and I think Done For Me, featuring Kehlani. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Done For Me is such a really good song too. Such a really good song.
Yeah, it is really good song. And then 9 Track Mine, I think I would pick Dangerously.
Oh,
yeah.
You reminded me. Okay, that's good. That is such a really good song. That actually pours a lot more emotions than you think. Like I've listened to it so many times before. It's a really good song.
Yeah, it is. It really is a good song.
Yeah, I was so close to crying, by the way, on that song. My favorite. Okay, I don't know if, One Call Away is on 9 Tracks Mine, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, cause like I need to check like what songs are on there. So, cause I do forget sometimes which album it is. But yeah, so you said Dangerously is your favorite from 9 Tracks Mine, right? I have some that are my favorites actually. I have no top favorites. My top favorite is already One Call Away, which is a really classic song. But there are some songs that I really like. We Don't Talk Anymore is such a really good one. Such a good one. There's how should I say it? Losing My Mind. That also is my favorite song too. My second favorite song, of course. But as for voice notes, Attention is my favorite, but then there's How Long? But then there's another song which actually tops kind of like the same as Attention. It's Boy. You might not know this very well on song is that good. I would say this. It's just the way. It's the part where like it's like I think it's like around the bridge part where he does a little like piano notes, like that part. It actually gives me a really good vibe. Like it's just such a classic song, and I really Slow It Down is also my second favorite song. Slow It Down is it's kind of funny because it reminds me of like a lot of things. It reminds me of like the one time where like I was like rushing in terms of like thinking about like getting into a relationship and something, but then when that song pops up, I'm like, okay, I really gotta slow it. I don't want to think that fast, you know, like it's kind of funny, but it's such a really good song just because of the beat. Yeah, the beat it's the reason why I really like the song. The lyrics are also really well. So like, I complain on, but at the same time, I really love the beats. Okay, so yeah.
Okay.
Music recommendation, however, pretty much. It's just attention. That song is such a banger still. But for an album, like voice notes, I would say, because Boy is like the only song that's like more special than I would say. It's a banger, but then for Boy, it's like a special but like kind of a simple song. Because of how the rhythm really works for like when he does the little note at the bridge part of the song.
Yeah.
It's really good. And I love it, essentially.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. The next question is any place you want to visit and why?
So any places, to be honest, I really wanted to visit Japan.
Of course.
Of course, Japan. Yes, Japan. I wanted to actually understand their culture. That's one thing I want to do, especially with researching. And the thing is that their culture definitely has some significance to it. Plus, I would also learn about their samurai history. That's one thing. I was interested in samurais back when I was in middle school. That's why I learned history about samurais, specifically those, especially the shogun. Like, oh my goodness, this is such a good topic to research about. You know, because Japan has that long history of battles and just definitely something that I would look forward to, especially the culture, the food, the technology even, because their technology over there is like a bit more advanced, I feel, and it's actually a little bit more better. A little bit more better in general, if you know what I mean.
I guess so. Alright, Japan. That's a very good place, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Been to Japan twice, but I think I still want to go back again. So really
my best friend went to Japan like multiple times, like more than you do, I would say.
Yeah, of course. Twice is not a lot, honestly, because I don't have the time and I don't have the money, so it really has to depend on when I have to do it and stuff. Right.
Man,
so
I wish.
Last question. What goal do you set to accomplish in 5 years?
It's pretty straightforward, but since I am a transfer student here in Canada, I want to get Canadian citizen as my biggest goal to accomplish in hopefully 5 years, or even more than that. Pretty much that, and yeah, pretty much it. So.
Okay. That's not too
yeah.
bad. That's not too bad. Studies are very important, so you know. Glad that it's doing like that. You're aiming for that. It's better, right? And after you finish your studies, you can just go free and easy.
Yeah, free and easy. I just need to go to work and I just go home and just rest, play games, or even stream, or even do anything. Blah blah blah.
That's fair. All right, so.
But not just that though. Because how should I say it? Because it's a bonus thing to add. So me and my girlfriend, we both talked about actually getting married in the future. How should I say it? I already told her that if she's coming over to Canada to visit me and to actually live with me, I'm glad to actually be able to marry her as soon as she starts her journey here in Canada. You know, starting out a bit because, you know, she doesn't know really much about Canada. So it's a good stepping stone for her, as well as a good time for me to plan out the surprise for her. So yeah, and we have been dating for like almost like how should I say it, more than a year. So I just hope that she's doing okay in general. She's having a trip right now to Greece, so I just hope that she's enjoying herself. She had a really really difficult technician test, and she passed. So I just hope that she's doing okay in general. That's all I care about. Yeah,
So,
pretty much.
Bonus question: would you ask your girlfriend to listen to this?
I mean, of course I will. Like, she is like, if I ask her to listen to this, like, oh my god, she's willing to. She's willing. Because I'm a part of the podcast, right? I told her about it before. So yeah.
You gotta make sure.
I mean, she will.
She's got tell her to listen to everything too, the rest of the episodes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Y'all can sit together and listen together, you know, kind of.
Oh yeah, sure.
Loving styles and stuff. But I mean, it's really up to you, honestly. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with anything, honestly. So it's just
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so I just also wanna make sure just for our final thing before we end the podcast. So I just want to say something before we end the podcast. So how should I say it? So if you don't mind, I call my girlfriend's name.
Sure. I mean, it's up to you. Yeah.
So yeah, I know. So Pinkie, if you're listening to this podcast, just know that I still care for you. I still love you, and just letting you know that I'm still here whenever I'm around. Although I'm still gonna be a bit more busy, but I will be a bit more busier during August, as I already told you in the DMs. But I just hope that you rest well, and hope that you can actually go through high school, because it's rough out there, man. It's rough out there, but you should be fine. But just hope that you'll be okay. That's all. That's all. But at the same time, I still love you. Okay, just I still miss you to this day. So just letting you know ahead of time. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. That's pretty much it.
All right. So wow. Very nice love message. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Sweet fella. Huh? All right, and with that, we have come to the end of today's Birb's Nest episode. Once again, thank you, Astil, for coming to the podcast. And
you're welcome. Thank you for inviting me to this podcast, by the way.
Hey, no problem, man. I just want another guest. Always have guests to talk to, and it'll be very interesting and stuff. It's the main part of the Birb's Nest. And
if you want me to be in the next episode, just always give me a heads up. I will be glad to actually be in another episode of the podcast.
Well, that depends, because I also want to get more guests first before I start reusing guests. I start reintroducing back them again. It's like I rather have new guests first before getting back the old ones.
Yeah, I mean, you could just try and interview my best friend if you want to, but that's up to you. I'm just suggesting.
I mean, if he's down, I'm down.
Oh, he will.
Yeah, just tell him to send me a message and I'll be fine with it.
Oh yeah, sure. I will let him know. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, okay. And thank you all for listening to Birb's Nest, and have a good day or night, and goodbye.
Have a good day, you all. I'll see you guys in the next one.